All right, we back, chat. Chat, we back. All right. Shedeur, second and 16. How the hell did we end up with a 2nd and 16? Chat, how we end up with a 2nd and 16? What are we doing? What's going on? Jesus Christ. What happened on that first down, chat? I was not looking. What happened on that first down, chat? What is a sack? Chat, was it a sack on that first down? I'm asking. Let me know. Oh, we don't even got that. Jesus. Chat, what happened on that first down? I'm asking for a friend. Jesus Christ, though, man. How come? I can't believe this, though. That messed up the whole momentum, our whole little groove. We was out here cooking, messing boys up like white on rice, out here balling. All right, we back live, chat. Jesus Christ, man. Was it holding? Approachment defense. All right. That's good. Let's see what we can do on this third down. Let's see what we can do on this third down. Shedeur, we got to do something on this third down. Welcome back in, chat. Welcome back in, chat. Welcome back in. I honestly didn't even have to end the stream. That was kind of goofy by me, but I realized why, and I figured out why after I let y'all go what was going on. 3rd and 8 for Shedeur Sanders. All right. Let me move my mic real quick. 3rd and 8. Let's see what happens. See what my guy did on this 3rd and 8 in this 2-minute drive. Couldn't get much. Is that pass interference? We got a pass interference call. Holding. Offense, penalty decline. 4th down. God damn. Stop all the goddamn momentum, man. That goddamn one interception, man. He holding the hell out that man, too. Zenter, go get some bench, man. We must have taken a sack. Chat, did we take a sack on that first drive? Deshaun Watson coming up this second half, chat. All right. Anyway. G. Bush.
Bang. That's a match play call right here. Colts. Judy has 4 drop passes in the first half. Oh, this is a nice play call right here. Good tackle.
Let's catch it up. Oh, my goodness. Hold on, chat. Hold on, chat. I don't know why I ended it and came right back when all I had to do was that one list something. It's cool. But welcome back in, chat. Welcome back in, my good people.
Yeah. Judy a drop machine. Jerry Judy's catching the drop machine slots. You know what? What's funny, G? I'm running the same sim. Jerry Judy. We got to that one.
Sickening, man.
Ball hit you in the hands. You're in the NFL. Catch the ball.
Period.
Gotta catch the rock, bro. Gotta catch the rock.
Messed up the whole.
Gotta catch the rock. He was perfect. Monken don't judge plays like that. Hey, listen. I don't care what they judge. Like, bro, let's just keep it a buck. Let's keep it real. Hey, if we not going to see, this is why G. Bush got all kind of technology. I stay with technology. I didn't see nobody talking about this.
Sick.
I ain't see not one person.
Talk to him, G.
I ain't see nobody talking about this. I saw nothing of I saw none of that. Where the haters at? I didn't see nobody commit. I didn't see nobody talk about this.
You ain't lying.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Bill said the ball was tipped at the line on the INT.
Apparently, the ball was tipped slightly by the defensive tackle on Tu's interception.
Dog, I didn't want to hit that. The ball still hit the goddamn wide receiver in them hands. I'm not trying to hear any of that.
Apparently, let me see that. Y'all seen that? Somebody give me that.
The ball was not tipped. Exactly. Hold on, because we look it back. Chat, was the ball tipped on this? Nah, maybe. Maybe. We probably got to see the other angle. Even if it was tipped. That's some sloppy goddamn football, man. Even if it was tipped, you still got to catch the ball. Hit you right in the hands. And Bulls go down and score a touchdown. This Cleveland Browns defense, these goddamn backups are horrible. Ever since that happened, bro, the whole momentum switched. There's 15 seconds left going into the half. It's a goddamn wrap, bro. This shit is piss poor, man. What started off as a goddamn such a great, great drive by Shedeur Sanders, great, great day. It looked like by the Cleveland Browns. This play, before this, he was 9 for 9, bro. Before this, he was cooking. So I don't want to hear nothing. Before that, he was cooking. Before that play happened, chat, he was cooking. So I don't really want to hear much. I'm not trying to hear anything. I don't care about the INT. Shedeur had third possession, and it was wasted by conservative play calling. Yeah, I agree with that. And also, chat, hey, I found a new button. Chat, I found a new button. All right, so, hey, say something good in the chat. We're going to bring it up on the screen, baby. You say something good in the chat, we're going to bring it up on the screen. Deshaun Watson. It's your turn coming up in the second half, baby. I don't know why he kept his helmet on the whole time. I know that's kind of annoying. Like, I get you trying to be game ready, my guy, but you ain't got to keep your helmet on the whole time, Deshaun, while you sit on the sideline. 15 seconds left in the half, though. Unless they return this thing back to, like, maybe the 5 or 10 to get Shedeur or set Shedeur up. What's this penalty on this kickoff return? Unless they get the ball back and they're on maybe the opposite, like 10 or 15, that's the only way that I can see blocking the back off receiving team. Yeah, we taking a knee going into half. It's a wrap. Taking a knee going into half. G. Bush, though, I want to hear your commentary, man. How you felt about this? It was conservative play calling, though. Ivy League, Mac, it was conservative play calling. That's a fact. That's a fact. He should have opened it up and let two just rip that thing because he saw how he was cooking. He was cooking.
The ball hit him in the hands, then the chest. Catch the damn ball, bro. Deshaun was spurking. AG2 is the future. He looks so much better. Hey, man. Yeah, look, y'all say what y'all want to, bro. Hit that like button. That's what we saying. 4,000. You know what's crazy? This man right here, he threw an interception, right? We was at like 4,200, right? The dude threw a pick, right? That hit somebody in the hands. We went from 4,200 people in the chat to over 5,100 in seconds.
He said
people just pulled up.
They just pulled up
to be like,
the interception.
Yup.
When the mayor's budget cut funding for you.
Come on, man. G. Bush, they pulled up to see what you were going to say about the interception. That's why they pulled up. But I'm not going to lie. That was a good half by Shedeur Sanders, man. That was a great half by Shedeur. Ain't too much you can do about that. The momentum from that interception, the momentum that Shedeur built up. Hey, that boy, too, he cooked. He cooked, and you got to understand, he didn't have Harold Fanning. He didn't have Jerry Jeudy. He didn't have Casey Concepcion, right? He didn't have a few of the other. He had great protection, but he still didn't even have the starting offensive line. The barbershop trolls, yeah, the barbershop trolls are live in full effect. They live in full effect.
See it, you tip ball, but wait, man, I'm judging, I'm gauging, bro. Fernando Mendoza threw a pick 6 in crickets. All right, we ain't worried about them.
Bro, they ain't
we
saying nothing.
Judging what we doing over here.
6.
Shedeur's still balling out here. I don't know. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Shedeur
34. Let's get off this field and get this rock back.
Yeah. Hey, if Shedeur proved at the end of the day, dog. Shedeur proved at the end of the day that, hey, I'm here. Hey, coach, let me loose. Coach, I can handle whatever you put on me. I can take care of things and handle things at the line of scrimmage. I thought he was supposed to air it out. Reminded me of Watson's dink and dunk last week. You're lying. You're lying. How can you air it out if your coach is calling conservative plays, Mr. Wiley, 84-80? Cut it out. Cut it out. If you're saying Shedeur was dinking and dunking that last drive, first of all, Deshaun Watson did not throw a touchdown his first. Deshaun Watson didn't throw a touchdown at all last week. What are we talking about? Shedeur threw one today. Not on him. Cap off to him. Deshaun Watson last week, after he had that come on, man. After he had that sack fumble, he looked atrocious. He looked atrocious. Come on, man. Hey, League Mac, you better tell him he need glasses, man. League Mac, you better tell him he need glasses. Because even we watched the interception back. Before this play, Shedeur was 9 for 9, bro. Before this play, Shedeur was out there cooking, balling. That thing hit him in the chest. Hit him right in the hands. Come on, man. Come on, man. Daniel Fousier. Shedeur had completed his first 8 attempts, like I said a little bit ago. Completed his first 8 attempts. Let's see what Daniel Fousier had to say about the entire draft. Isaiah Bond. Yeah, it's okay. At least we had Isaiah for the first half. Hopefully he ain't concussed, though. Hopefully he ain't concussed. Let's see what I want to see what hold on. We looking at right now, chat, since it's halftime. All right, since it's halftime right now, chat. All right, what we going to do? Since it's halftime, we're going to look at some reactions. All right. He said how many yards he has. How many yards does Shedeur has? I mean, he has. I mean, what you mean how many yards he had? I mean, he would have had more yards if my guy didn't drop a goddamn interception. Did you not see the game? We all are watching the game. We all saw how it played out, Mr. Wiley. Come on, baby. 8 passes for 80 yards. LOL. Try again. Talk to him. Dog, he had 3 drives. Deshaun Watson had 6 drives, and he only threw for almost over 100 yards. And one of them was a screen pass. So what are you saying, Mr. Wiley? Oh, hey, Mr. Wiley, we don't do the foul language in my chat. Let me go ahead and kick you up out of here, big guy. Mr. Wiley, we appreciate you, but we don't do the foul language in the chat, baby. We appreciate you, chiming in, but we don't do the foul language in the chat, baby. Not gonna lie to you. Not gonna lie to you, Mr. Wiley. So cut that foul language out before we have a problem. Mr. Wiley, cut that foul language out before we have a problem. Not gonna lie to you, my guy. Not gonna lie. All right? Cut it out. But Shedeur, regardless, he looked good, man. Shedeur looked good. Shedeur looked good. Come on, man. Come on, man. Shedeur definitely looked good regardless. He did. He did. He did, man. But real quick, I want to get to some reactions. All right, chat. I'm going to get back to the chat here in a second. Skip Bayless, he has some things to say about what was going on in the game today. Skip Bayless said Lightning, well, not the Lightning delay. I want to hit that second one. Shedeur was perfect on an opening TD drive, ending in the TD. But this feels rigged in favor of Deshaun. His preseason start last week was with the first team offense. Bears first team D. Shedeur's start today was with the second team versus Bill's second team. Come on, Monken. Hey, Skip, you stating the obvious. We know that the Cleveland Browns will win more games with Shedeur at quarterback than Deshaun Watson. Yes, we know that. As usual, Shedeur is displaying poise, command, and extreme accuracy. Well, I jinxed it. Shedeur, who was 8 for 8 for 80 yards. When I last tweeted, next throw was a little late behind the intended receiver. Ball popped off of his hands into the air, interception. Of course, it didn't help that Shedeur interception bounced off his hands of a tight end, not even listed on the top 4 on the Browns depth chart. Exactly. 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 Any other tight end got to Harold Finn and catching that. Harold Finn and catching that. Mr. Wiley, you keep on messing with my chat, man. We're going to get you up out of here, my guy. Be nice, man. Be nice in the chat, man. Be nice in the chat. But, yeah, skip right. Shedeur played very well in today's preseason start, especially considering he was stuck with all backups. Exactly. Deshaun had all the first stringers, and he still couldn't do much with it. Give us the whole first stringers. Give us the whole first team. Equip us with that, Monken. He said, LOL, the tight end came off the stands. Facts. Facts. But this tweet right here says it all, chat. That's who Shedeur throwing it to. I guarantee Deshaun, hey, what if they put KC Concepcion in the second half with Denzel Boston? What if Jerry Jeudy come out suited and booted? But I want to see what Deshaun can do with the backups. Come on. Come on, man. Come on, man. Everybody tuned in, even Kirk Cousins. So Kurt Warner, this is what he had to say. All right, my bad, chat. I'm trying to get these to you as I get them. All right, but another example of a choice route messing up a QB's feet, so he has to try and play catch up and creates a bad throw and a turnover. First of all, that was not a bad throw, Kurt Warner. Yes, it was a little bit behind him, but at the end of the day, come on, man. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? When you don't define a read for a QB and wide receivers, these things happen. I'd rather eliminate a possible big play for consistency and completions, but that's just me. Kurt, we appreciate that take. My guy, but we ain't making no excuses. We appreciate that take, but we ain't making no excuses. Ain't no excuses for I got two. We don't need no excuses. But god damn, man. Come on, man. That's crazy, though. Shedeur is having a perfect game. But this is the tweets that we getting. Let's talk about this real quick, chat. All right, the second half is coming up here in a few, but I want to talk about this. Hamlin is a starter. Nah, Hamlin used to be a starter. Hamlin don't start for the Buffalo Bills no more. Hamlin, that boy's a backup. Why you think he out there? I mean, hold on, let me look at the Buffalo Bills depth chart. Buffalo Bills Maybe is he a starter? Did they have their starters in? Yeah, Hamlin is not a starter. Hamlin is a second stringer, miss. Hamlin is a second stringer. All right. These are the starters right here. Starter, second. Hamlin is a second stringer. All right, so let's go ahead and defute that. Hamlin's a second stringer. Yeah, let's see who Monken puts out there for Deshaun. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. But to be quite honest with you, what if Deshaun don't play the second half? What if Deshaun don't play the second half? He come out in street clothes and then we see Dillon Gabriel. That might tell us a little something too, chat. Anyway, but look at this tweet, y'all. Shedeur is 100% the starting QB. Facts. They're trying to shift the narrative. I don't know. Ms. Brown, let's see Monken put out there for the show. Yeah, I already said that. All right, so but looking at this tweet, y'all, Monken has been adamant that Shedeur has grown leaps and bounds since the player we saw in December. But if he can't emerge from this QB room, that means either Watson has regained his form from 6 years ago or the coach is lying to get the weirdos off his back. Who are the weirdos? Anthony Lima. Use a bum. How come you don't update this picture? This picture was from when you was 19, my guy. Show them how you look now. Random note. Also, how bad does Todd think he is after looking at last year's tape? Wow. Well, who was a coach last year who coached him up? Who was a coach last year that coached him up? You idiot. You Stefanski lover. If he was that bad, who was the coach who coached him? Come on, man. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Come on, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Even this play right here was some BS. Even this play right here was some BS, chat. Deshaun starting this second half, chat. Hey, Deshaun, that boy getting ready. The second half is about to start. The Browns get the ball this second half. Shedeur came out in street clothes. Shedeur out there in street clothes. Deshaun about to gear up for the second half. I will be trying to bring out some audio for this second half. Jesus Christ. This does not want to work. The Browns are set to receive the second half kickoff. All right. My bad. Hold on, chat.
Yeah. See, I don't like that. Throw that rock, bro. I think, man, it's kind of crazy because now it's to the point where I feel like that storm is coming. They got a severe thunderstorm till 4:15.
Deshaun Watson first.
Is they booing? Is they I don't have it down. I don't have my TV on, obviously. But is they really booing? Secret Menu Gamer?
Were they booing? I don't think they was. Lima catches footballs. Stefanski winning in Atlanta. Yeah, all right. As far as I'm concerned, there's just too many cloak daggers.
Nah, man. Like, I don't think the boos are.
Shedeur will be fine with or without Cleveland.
Okay. Oh, wow. They are putting him in what? So, Devin the Dude. Let me see. Franklin Noah. I just seen the interception play. The tight end is not even listed on the active roster.
You know you're not.
Let me know if you watching. I'm hearing some people say there's some boos. When did Shedeur get sacked? I was watching the game. Kim, we kind of talked about that too. So that series kind of crazy. That series is kind of crazy. He threw the ball over the middle. He looked a little rushed and panicked a little bit during that drive. But then again,
Deshaun Watson
coming into the game, throwing the ball in the middle of the game is kind of difficult.
All right. Deshaun Watson, last play, steps up in the pocket. 3rd and 12. Tries to hit that boy across the middle. Dana almost was a tipped interception for Deshaun Watson. But Deshaun Watson's first drive back in, stalls out. So Deshaun Watson's first drive coming in, playing the second half, just like Shedeur did last week, which I believe is fair. Deshaun Watson comes in, he stalls out. All right. Deshaun Watson comes in, he stalls out. Right now, the Buffalo Bills set the kickoff return. But anyway, I'm encouraged though, y'all. All right, if we're having a conversation about it, I'm encouraged. I'm encouraged. I'm encouraged, period. He started off the game 8 for 8. He started off the game 8 for 8, man. And then with that interception, yes, it's going to go on the quarterback. But cut on, man. Cut it out. Cut it out. Man. Shake my head, though, chat. All right, right now we're on commercial break. All right. Deshaun Watson, first drive, kind of stalled out. Deshaun Watson's first drive stalled out. Not too much you can do about it. But, hey, Shedeur, great job, man. Great goddamn job, man. Great job, period. I'm going to give credit always where credit is due. Great job by Shedeur Sanders today. With a rain delay, with adversity, came in, led a nice little drive. Couple drives stalled out. Drove him down there, dang it, to the 10-yard line. Came back in, as far as with driving him down. And with that interception, it kind of killed the momentum. Momentum shift to the Buffalo Bills after that. But, hey, that tight end not even lifted on a depth chart. We can't do nothing about that. Deshaun Watson is trash. Shedeur looked good. Yeah, Shedeur looked solid. Deshaun Watson ain't throwing no interceptions. Well, don't talk too soon. Don't talk too soon. Don't talk too soon.
Got a big head. Super day now, man. Are they booing him? They literally, I need to know. Roderick, are they booing? I haven't heard. I'm still trying to wait on the telecast. Somebody let me know. If Deshaun Watson don't do something, I'm going to boo too. Listen.
I hope they ain't booing Deshaun.
I don't know.
Better than that.
I don't know. Is they booing? Have we gotten that? Because look, bro.
He said people are. Hey,
okay.
Coleman.
Michael Davis.
Coleman,
yes,
we know they tweaking.
Booing. Damn.
Hey, we already know they tweaking. Andrew Berry up in the press conference talking right now, but the play is going on. The Buffalo Bills had it as 1st and 10 for the Buffalo Bills. First drive coming out of the half. All right, brings up a 2nd and 9 for the Buffalo Bills. The score is 14-7. Cleveland is down 7 right now. Deshaun Watson is in at quarterback. He did start the second half, just like Shedeur Sanders started last week. All right, so the quarterback competition, it is real.
Yeah, they was booing a little.
Yes, they booed Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson feeling that pressure. Yes, they are booing him. I agree. Stop booing. Crab mentality. This is the part I don't like Browns fans. They should not be booing. Bro, listen. Let me tell you something, man. Listen.
Why they booing him,
Let me talk to y'all real quick.
Let's have a conversation.
Look, man. At the end of the day, he out here playing for your team, bro. He out here trying to put on for your team. I get if you want to boo for like, okay, he's playing horrible,
Exactly.
or whatever the case may
But
be.
don't boo him for just coming out there, dog. That's not a good look, Cleveland. That's not a good look,
man. It's
That's not a good
crazy.
look, Cleveland.
It's crazy, man. You know.
Let's go to RG3. Let's go to RG3 for tweeting this, chat. Can we drop a bomb for RG3 for stating something that should have been stated and should have been known and should have been a clear thing? Drops should not count on QB's stat line. Drops that turn into INT should not count on QB's stat line. Robert Griffin, this is the first thing that you ever tweeted that I ever agree with. But that still ain't no excuse. We can't have no interceptions. But that boy, he's not even listed on our depth chart now. He's not even on our depth chart. Not even on our depth chart now. He's not. He's not. He's not. He's not. So I appreciate you saying that, Robert Griffin. But we don't need no excuses. We don't. We don't. Shedeur goes 9 for 11, 74 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. That's his bid for the QB1 job. Shedeur Sanders has done enough, Chad, in my opinion. To be quite honest with you, I believe Shedeur Sanders has done enough to be the QB1. Yeah. Hey, Anthony Lima, how come you ain't tweeting that now? Ain't you watching the game, my guy? You was tweeting last week during the game, Anthony Lima. How come you ain't tweeting nothing during the game? Oh, Shedeur cooked a little too much for y'all to say something. Oh. Dale Ryder, you tweeting during the game? Hey, Daryl. Hey, Daryl Ryder. Daryl Ryder, you tweeting during the game, my guy? Just asking for a friend. He tweeting. But they ain't saying nothing about 2, y'all. And that might be because maybe 2 actually did cook today. How y'all feel Shedeur did, though, chat? All right, 1st and 10 for the Buffalo Bills. I'm not really, if the Buffalo Bills on offense, y'all, we ain't going to really talk about the Buffalo Bills on offense. I really can care less about their offense. We only want to see what Deshaun got. Let's look at some of y'all stats. So assists from INTs, players drop balls. Jimmy Haslam ain't going for 2 starting. Yeah, that's what it looked like. But when they hearing Deshaun Watson getting booed, I think the fans might have something else to do with that. I'd rather Deshaun Watson throw INT versus Travis Hunter in the first game. Hey, damn near. If Travis pick off Deshaun Watson in the first game, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy work, right, chat? That'd be crazy. The Cleveland Browns, this second unit on defense looks horrible. Ian, you wild for that. B- from Shedeur? I guess. Let's see what G. Bush got to say, continuing on with these boos and whatnot.
If you want to go, you paid your money to go there to boo, but I just can only tell you how it would operate, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's a tough situation. The boo birds are out there today. If y'all want to boo the media, it's tough, man. AB talking in, listening now.
Boo the media if you're gonna boo anybody. Yeah. Cleveland.
They brought AB up there. You brought AB back there.
Yeah, AB up there talking, G. AB up, he was up there talking.
This is one of them, man. Deshaun Watson looked really uncomfortable in the pocket. Yeah, he did. I think, let me just tell y'all, I'm a Shedeur fan, becoming a Browns fan.
Whoa. What's that?
Oh, I'm sorry, chat. Come on, man. I'm sorry, chat. YouTube, why y'all steady on me like that, man? I can't be great on here. Hey, chat, why YouTube don't want me to be great, man? 4th and 9. Deshaun Watson's about to come back up, y'all. Deshaun Watson's about to get the ball back. All right, right now it's 4th and 9. The Buffalo Bills are about to kick it back off. All right. He said, yes. He said, you leaving Watson alone with your lady? You wild, man. Leave Watson alone, man. Shedeur definitely pushed the ball downfield. Shedeur did good today, man. No, here the crowd just get the job done, and yeah. 4th and 9, Buffalo Bills kicking a field goal. Oh, he made it. Buffalo Bills up 17-7. Let's see if Dillon, Gabriel, and Deshaun Watson can bring them the Browns back to second half.
Nasty work in my G. Bush
Gearing up to come back this half.
Man, you know, this is what I want to tell people, man. I told people there's a lot of people that don't like either Sanders or Deshaun Watson, man. And there's a lot of stuff that's a good play out there. Come on, man, you're there. You know, I want Shedeur Sanders to win the job. I think he's the best long-term future for the Browns, but I don't got no ill will for Deshaun Watson. I ain't trying to see him get hurt. I ain't trying to see him. I don't even want to see him play bad, bro. I want him to go out there and do the best of his ability, and Shedeur do the best of his ability, and whoever get it and win.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's how it should be, G. We appreciate that take, man. Let's see what Coach Riz had to say about Shedeur. Before we get into Deshaun Watson's coming up. All right, Deshaun Watson's about to come up. All right. Nolan Wills, yeah, we're gonna talk about we're gonna get into Nolan Wills actually later on today. I got a major update for y'all about the Nolan Wills case. If you want to learn more about the Nolan Wills case, make sure you tune in later on tonight. I got a major update coming at y'all about the Nolan Wills case and some things that we got to discuss. We haven't talked about Nolan Wills all week. I wanted to give that some rest because his birthday was actually on Wednesday, so rest in peace to Nolan Wills. All right, was the interception was Shedeur's fault? No, the interception was not Shedeur Sanders' fault. All right, Shedeur Sanders with a solid first half. 9 for 11 for 74 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. He used his cadence as a weapon, drawing the Bills offside twice. His feet were really good. His mechanics were outstanding, transferring his weight from the backside of his foot to the right side. He consistently stepped up in the pocket, benefited from excellent pass protection. He held the ball a little too long on a few plays, and will want that interception back. The throw was slightly behind Terry, but that's on the quarterback. What? What? See, Coach Riz, you said everything good, but y'all always got to sprinkle a little something on top. See, Coach Riz, I think you might be unbiased sometimes, unlike your other counterparts. Because you always say something good, but at the same time, you always sprinkle a little 2 cents on there. And I don't like you sprinkling ish on there, my guy. I don't like that, Coach Riz. I don't. Don't sprinkle your little extra little 2 cents on there. Because at the end of the day, if we look at the interception, dog, he got to catch the goddamn ball. He got to catch the goddamn ball, period. I'm not trying to hear all that. I'm not. 2 things can be true, though. 2 things can be true. Because if we take a look back at the interception. Hold on, chat. If we take a look back at the interception, chat. Windows open. He's right there. Great pocket. The ball looked like it could have been tipped potentially. But look at Shedeur. He's sandwiched. Dang, near almost. This tight end ain't going to be on the roster. Ball was a little bit behind him. It was. But that's the thing. As a quarterback, you ain't going to be perfect. And up until that point, ironically enough, he was perfect. But a wide receiver at that time, dog, you got to make it right. It was a little bit behind him. Shedeur got to put it on him. But if it hits your hands, you got to catch it. Because even if he drops it, that ball's been patted down. Even if he doesn't touch, I'd rather him not even put his hands up. Just knock the ball down. And let's live to fight another day. So this is a better angle of that interception. Deshaun Watson's coming up next. All right, I don't want to commentate really over Deshaun Watson's, him going. I want to get Deshaun a clear runway. Dang, how the hell they get the 3rd and 10? I didn't even see right now 3rd and 10 for Deshaun Watson. All right, 3rd and 10 for Deshaun Watson. Let's look at the chat. 3rd and 10. Shake my head. Look at Denzel Boss. He like, yeah, that's not it. Denzel said, damn, Deshaun. Yeah. Look at Jerry's face. Like, damn, Deshaun. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, you get paid to catch. That's a fact. But that's going to be the debate this week, chat. The ball was behind him. He should have put it on him. He did everything. The ball was behind him. Mendoza throws a pick 6 and ain't nobody say nothing. They praising him because, he had some other good throws. But this week, that's going to be what they say. That's going to be what they talk about. That's going to be what they say, and that's going to be what they talking about is that interception. If Josh Allen threw a pick, this is funny. I'm going to show this one. If Josh Allen threw an interception, people will be going after the tight end because he'll be cut by halftime. Hey, I'll show. Hey, chat, keep on. Hey, keep on showing your comments. I'm going to show some comments on the screen, man. Why is commercial break? Deshaun ain't really doing nothing right now, chat. I'm not going to lie to you. Ain't no need to even talk about it. Deshaun ain't doing nothing. It's Shedeur's fault. Tip drill DBs. I mean, regardless, dog, if you a goddamn NFL tight end, the ball hit your hands, catch the goddamn football. Period. That's what you get paid to do. I'm not trying to hit nothing y'all talking about. Come on, man. Hey, Boston said exactly who he wanted. Exactly. Miss Phillips, they want Shedeur to be 100% perfect. Shedeur get a B+ from me. I agree. After the game is over, I will give y'all my exact analysis about how I felt the Shedeur did overall. We will get into a lot of the clips. We will get into every single throw that Shedeur Sanders had today, including the interception. I know we just talked about it. We just looked at it a few different times. All right. With Shedeur in that interception, I mean, chat, to be quite honest with you, like if we really being honest, I'm not really trying to hear what everybody's saying, dog. I'm not trying to hear Shedeur this, Shedeur that. Dog, interceptions happen, but dude got to catch the goddamn football, man. Outside that interception, Shedeur had a hell of a goddamn game. If you saying you haven't seen improvement from Shedeur Sanders, though, if you saying Shedeur Sanders hasn't got better, if you saying his pocket presence is better, if you saying his feet isn't better, dog, I'm not trying to hear none of that. And then, also, I want to go back to this play real quick. And y'all, I'm not going to lie, anytime the Buffalo Bills on offense, we're not talking about it. Let's talk about this play. This is a sack. It should have been a flag for Shedeur Sanders getting hit in the head on this play. That boy got smacked. Schmackle. Schmack. 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 And still got up out of there. Man, if this play would have stood, you got to slide, though, Shedeur. All right, baby. We can't take no unnecessary hits, especially during the preseason. I want you to slide, man. Got to slide, Shedeur, but hey, I love it. I love it. That boy looked nice getting outside that pocket, didn't he? That boy looked nice getting outside that pocket a little bit, didn't he, chat? Come on now. Deshaun Watson threw that ball in the ground like a baseball player. Boston shook his head like, that's our QB dude, ain't it? I'm telling you. I'm telling you, you said it. Get out of there. Get out there, Shedeur. Yeah. Yeah, I want Shedeur to be up out of there. Y'all saw, hey, you saw Denzel shake his head. Y'all saw him shake his head. You did. What they gonna say? How Deshaun Watson look? Why can't the two things be true? The ball was a little bit behind, but he had both hands on it, and he should have caught it. Both things can be true. The ball was a little bit behind him, but he had also both hands on the goddamn ball. The ball hits your hands, you got to catch it as a wide receiver. That's what I've been told since I was a peewee. Pop Warner. The ball hits your hands, you got to catch the goddamn ball. So I'm not trying to hear nothing that anybody's saying. Come on, man. Shedeur got to throw a perfect pass every time, y'all. Come on, man. Come on, man. Anyway, chat, let's go ahead and get back to G. Bush.
At the end of the day, that's where I come out on it. And there's a lot of people that don't understand that. I said it before. There's a lot of people that is just here to see Deshaun Watson and Shedeur Sanders take L's. So,
Fact.
you know, these people is divide and conquer. These guys is not really. That's a great tackle. 59. These dudes ain't sitting here.
Fact.
They don't really aim for it. If not, I'll tell you what to do with your money. Do all this attention to the track. Shedeur had the last 2 weeks, so there's not an excuse. Shedeur has been getting heat from the media since getting there. So Watson gets booed should mean.
Try and explain to me how you can.
Oh, come on, chat. That's how they're gonna do me every time. But regardless, though, I just wanted to show that last little take, man, because what G. Bush just said is correct. It's divide and conquer. It's divide and conquer. Them hyping up Deshaun Watson, they don't like Deshaun Watson. They wanted him out of there all off season. They was talking about get Deshaun Watson out of there, trade him. He should have been cut. All off season they was talking about that. They don't like Deshaun Watson. Period. They wanted the supercomputer. They wanted the supercomputer, and Dillon Gabriel. They wanted him, but even with Dillon Gabriel, what did he do when he got out there? Looked atrocious. Looked trash. Horrible. Come on, man. Come on, man. The Cleveland media, bro, the people in Cleveland, y'all move different, bro. Y'all move different. Yeah. Dang, man, that interception, though, man. Everything was going well before we had that interception, chat. I'm not going to lie to you. Not going to lie to you, chat. I'm tired of giving these people stuff to talk about. But that's what happens when you ain't out there with the first team. God dang. Jesus Christ. Everybody and their mama got something to say about this interception, though. How come everybody didn't break down that pick six that Fernando Mendoza threw the other day? Come on, man. But it's giving people something to talk about, chat. Yeah. Shake my head. Y'all know how much we finna hear about this interception this week? Y'all know how much we finna hear about this interception this week? That's up to Deshaun Watson, though. Deshaun Watson just hit a nice little strike on the first down. Found a boy across the middle. Deshaun Watson. Hey, nice little pass. Let's see if I can get the replay. I want to show y'all this one. So, on 1st and 10 for Deshaun Watson, hit a nice little strike across the middle to that boy Larverdan. Larverdan made a diving catch. Right now, it's 1st and 10. The Cleveland Browns are down 10 points. 5 minutes left in the third quarter. We will see how Deshaun does. Operating with the twos and the backups. My goodness, the Buffalo Bills defense is, man, they stout right now. Deshaun Watson needs to rehab his arm again. Y'all hilarious. Mary Kay has gotten reported like Dillon Gabriel outplayed everyone. Deshaun Watson is 1 for 4 with -1 yard so far. Yeah, that is true. He is. Deshaun Watson on a 2nd and 9, though, chat. Can we watch it? On a 2nd and 9, let's see what Deshaun Watson did. He got up out of there, used his legs. Good job by Deshaun Watson. Nice job, Deshaun. Nobody's open. Pocket stops to collapse. Found his way up out of there. Slide for the first down. But goodness gracious, though. Everybody gonna talk about this. That's up to that man, too, though. All right, next play by Deshaun Watson, 1st and 10. The Browns on their own 49.5-yard line. All right, let's see what happens. Play action by Deshaun Watson. Once again, getting out the pocket. Throws it away. Deshaun Watson, as it sits right now. All right, my bad, chat. I know you gave me. Deshaun Watson, as it sits right now. He is, hold on, give me 1 second, chat. My bad. Deshaun Watson, as it sits right now, Deshaun Watson. All right, he is 3 for 8 for 24 yards. Deshaun Watson threw an interception? Hold on, Deshaun Watson threw an interception, chat? I didn't see Deshaun Watson interception. Hold on, 2nd and 10, he must have just threw one. Hold on, chat, Deshaun Watson threw an interception? Chat, Deshaun Watson threw an interception. Chat, Deshaun Watson threw a goddamn interception, chat. See, that's what makes this quarterback battle the quarterback battle. 3rd and 6. Let's watch it in 3D. All right? Deshaun Watson checking things at the line of scrimmage. Getting boys in potentially the right play. Or was it the wrong play, Deshaun? Let's see what happens, chat. Dog, this quarterback competition, what the actual... Wow. Chat, you cannot make this up. Todd Monken, like, these mother getting on my last nerve. Deshaun, like, dang, what'd I do? Yeah, you can't try to fit that in that window. Not gonna lie to you, Deshaun. That's a dad. Chat, what are they gonna say now? Shedeur threw an interception. Deshaun threw an interception. Chat, what's going on, baby? I think at the end of the day, Shedeur needs to start. Deshaun looks hurt. Deshaun threw an interception. The crowd started booing him. Dang, that's tough. I feel sorry for Deshaun, though. They shouldn't be booing Deshaun. This is a good moment, though. That booing stuff, though, Cleveland, bro, that's horrible, bro. Like, on some real ish, Cleveland, bro, they got to stop that, bro. Dog, what his past and his history is his past, bro. You can't boo your own guy, bro. I don't like that. I don't like that, bro. Them pressure. They putting the pressure on Deshaun. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. And the Buffalo Bills. Oh, my goodness. And the Buffalo Bills. Did y'all just see what the actual? Wow. It just went from bad to worse for the Cleveland Browns, dog. It just went from bad to worse for the Cleveland Browns. How? They just scored off it on the very next play. Bro, you got to make the tackle. What are we doing? Wow. Cleveland, y'all, bro, we don't got no depth. Cleveland, y'all don't got no depth, bro. That second team defense is goddamn horrible. They need to stop booing Deshaun Watson like that. Yes, that's a fact, bro. That's Cleveland. That's not a good look, bro. Y'all bought y'all tickets just to boo the man? That's not cool, bro. Deshaun, a starter. We saw what happened. Who knows football? Deshaun is a starter. Welp. Hey, welcome to goddamn Cleveland, y'all. Welcome to goddamn Cleveland, man. Let's see what G. Bush had to say about the interception. All right, let's see what G. Bush had to say about that interception from Deshaun. All right, oh my goodness. Dog, welcome to goddamn Cleveland, bro. For them booing Deshaun Watson, bro, y'all got to stop that, bro. That's not cool, bro. Like, I ain't going to lie, chat. That's starting to piss me off, man. I'm not going to lie. That's not cool, bro. That's not cool. Let's hear what G. Bush got to say, though.
Man, 3,268 people, but that's who they want to start. Is it still 80 to 90% him? Start two. I'm telling you, bro.
Facts.
Look, you see how this quarterback is out here carving these young boys up? This is, bro, this is regular. Now you got to, now here's the thing. You going to put him back in?
They putting him back in.
Listen, if they was planning on starting him,
they wouldn't put him back in.
If they was planning on starting him,
they wouldn't put him back in.
I don't know if it was the
Watson.
wisest of ideas to put him out here in the third quarter like this, bro.
That's facts.
Desmond Johnson, no way Cleveland can put him out there and play. The fans should be enough. They should trade him. I think the boos really mess with him. Bro, listen, let me tell y'all something. I was here before. And when he tore his Achilles heel, these people cheered.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I'm saying the whole bro,
and they put
cheered while he was crying, getting carted off. Bro.
They got to trade him, bro. Get him out of Cleveland.
That's something, bro.
Trade Deshaun Watson,
that messed with a man. Bro. It got to a point they wouldn't even want to hear. Be the quarterback. You got to be the starting quarterback, home and away. And after a certain time and a certain situation, you looking and you seeing your team out here getting booed. Your team is getting booed. Like that kills your momentum. Good run back. At this point, if Deshaun Watson is named the starter, I believe the owner and Barry made the decision to get whatever is left from him for all that money wasted. Top Monken seem to be leaning towards starting Shedeur. Kirk.
Facts.
Listen, this is big right here. He got to, look, bro.
This
Kirk,
is a big drive for Deshaun right here.
Deshaun Watson got to fight back.
He got to.
Todd, I mean, I'd run the ball.
Yeah, he is running the ball. He said, I'd run the ball.
we Watson to that first game, 75. Matter of fact, if they don't get no points here or look like they supposed to be doing something, ain't no way You got to bring him back in the fourth.
You got to bring him back in the fourth.
You got to bring him back in the fourth.
Good blocking on the outside on this play. Good blocking. Let's see if we can show the replay of this. Deshaun, let's go fight back, baby. The door over there looking good.
Nah, I ain't messing with you.
Oh, what are we doing? Hold on, chat.
If 2 don't start, I'm back on my line. I'm back to my lines, G. DeJuan Kia. Hey, listen. Hey, listen. Dillon, get ready.
He said, Dillon,
get ready. Get him out this game. This was a damn. If y'all put it back in the fourth quarter or 2, heck nah. They about to put Dillon Gabriel in.
Nah, they got to keep Deshaun in, bro. He got to redeem himself.
But they seem like okay. Fourth quarter, what they doing? What the chat say we doing? We got the ones. Where the ones at? Is Deshaun Watson coming back for the fourth quarter? Is he coming back for the fourth quarter? What we talking about?
I think so.
What we saying, Rosie? What the chat saying?
I think so. But this is what we seeing from Deshaun Watson, though, chat. This is what we seeing from Deshaun Watson. Chat, come on, man. What we doing, man? This is what we seeing from Deshaun. I mean, he was hit. Shedeur had this same offensive line last week, and I didn't hear nobody saying nothing. Shedeur had this same offensive line last week, and I ain't hear nobody saying nothing. I'm still pissed off with the Cleveland fans and the Cleveland media out there, man, but this, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm kind of like at a loss for words from what I'm seeing. I am, Chad. Deshaun Watson run the whole time. He is in, not throwing. I don't agree with the boos, but they really don't like Deshaun Watson. Dang, I see. Real talk. Should have kept Jameis Winston. The picks are fun. True. Like him as a backup. Drafting QB in 27 anyway. No, they're not. Shedeur going to win some games for them this year. They ain't going to draft the quarterback next year. Shedeur going to ball out this year. You can see it. He ready. He ready. Let Shedeur out. Let Shedeur play with Casey Concepcion and Harold Fannin and Denzel and the rest of them boys and Isaiah Bond. Let him get the whole equipped squad. He said he killed 3 worms with that pass. Y'all are wild, chat. Y'all are wild. 2nd and 3 for Deshaun Watson. 2nd and 3. All right. Nice little running play. Did they put Rocket Sanders back in? That's good. That's good. Oh, that's not Rocket Sanders. That's 2-3. That boy had an okay game last week, but I like Rocket Sanders a little bit better to be out third string running back, though. I think Rocket Sanders deserves a job. I think today he proved that that third running back spot, that's Rocket Sanders. When it is for real, Deshaun Watson is a starting QB, it can't be, dog. Shedeur had this same setup. Shedeur had this same setup and did the same thing last week. Who played better? Deshaun Watson, he's starting the fourth quarter. All right. Because he had the drive leading into the fourth quarter. Todd Monken said that he was going to let him play. Continue. Well, he was going to let him continue to play in the fourth quarter. But, dog, what I'm seeing in Cleveland right now? What I'm seeing in Cleveland right now is crazy. Even Denzel. Hold on, chat. 2nd and 9. Actually, hold on. We're going to get back to this. 2nd and 9 for Deshaun Watson. What was it? False start? Oh, timeout. Defense. Okay. All right, let's get back to this, though. I wanted to show y'all this. Let's get back. Another false start by Deshaun Watson. Called timeout.
Actually.
Hold on. Let me mute this chat. I'm not trying to get copyrighted. I feel like I might today. Oh, it wasn't after the interception. Look at Denzel. Why they cut to Denzel right after this play? I ain't show the full context of it. This is the actual full game clip. This is humiliating for Deshaun Watson. Yeah. But he fighting back right now. 2nd and 9. Deshaun Watson hits 38 out wide. 3rd down and 4 for Deshaun Watson. This is humiliating for Deshaun Watson. It might be. But that's how we felt with Shedeur last week. The Bills defense is telling that when it's real, Deshaun Watson is a Browns starting QB. I don't know, man. 3rd and 6, though. 3rd and 6 coming up for the Browns. Let's see what happens. Deshaun Watson checking things at the line of scrimmage. All right. Let's see what happens on this play. Deshaun, you got to finish off this drive, man. Fight back. Nice little throw. Oh, you missed him. God damn, Deshaun. That was it. Look, he got to hit that. He got him by a yard or two. You got to put that ball. I bet you Shedeur dropped that ball in the money. He said, you keep showing it. Hey, Ian, I ain't showing him. Hey, Ian, watch out, man. Look, Deshaun knew. He knew he ain't hit him. Man, you got to hit him. But 4th and 6. Let's see if Deshaun can pull it off. He said, I ain't trying to continue to show it, man. I'm going to stop. That's the last time I'm going to show it, man. That's the last time I'm going to show it, though. That's the last time I'm going to show it. Ah, you should have took off and ran, Deshaun. God damn, man. At this point, though, I'm not going to lie. Deshaun definitely looked horrible. With them booing him, too, that's not a good look, bro. Like, I'm not going to lie to y'all, bro. This is crazy work out here in Cleveland. This is crazy. Like, I've never, this is kind of like I feel bad for Deshaun, bro. Because first of all, he didn't play that well, and now he's getting booed through an interception. Like, it's so much ish going on right now just within this game, chat. Like, this is tough. This is tough, man. This is tough. Chat, I don't know how to feel. G. Bush, how you feel, man?
This is crazy.
He said the same thing.
Let me see. I want to pull something up real quick. This is
crazy work. Who is this guy? Hold on, chat. I got to get some moderators.
Let me show y'all something, bro.
Hold on.
This is what I've been telling y'all all week. So look at Kyle Allen. Ain't nothing. So Kyle Allen, he got a touchdown. Shane Buechele got a touchdown.
Who the hell is Shane Buechele?
Shedeur Sanders got a touchdown. Watson is 5 of 12, 35 yards.
What are we doing?
Bro.
What are we doing?
He has to play the rest of this game, bro.
Deshaun Watson.
Because people going to lose their minds if they turn around and make this dude quarterback, the starting quarterback.
Shedeur Sanders getting interviewed on the sideline.
Did the interception go off the receiver's hand? No, it was high. Jimmy Kane. It was high. They talking to Shedeur Sanders.
He didn't throw it.
If I was Shedeur, I say, listen, we just look, no interviews. I don't want to hear nothing. No interviews. The only thing that can help them out is Shedeur Sanders getting a soundbite. Nah, they could trade Jerry Jeudy. He's not needed.
Yeah, we can trade Jerry. I'm cool. Trade Jerry and Deshaun at this point.
Miss Bell. What we talking? Big fun deals. 3169. Lyman is wiping his tears and clearing his throat before he can get on the camera again. Yesterday's trolling is not today's trolling. Fat Joe voice. Yesterday. Matter of fact, we had a crazy. Matter of fact,
why they still interviewing Shedeur right now, y'all? They interviewing Shedeur right now still while the game going on to try to have some type of saving grace. They're interviewing Shedeur right now. I'm going to show the whole interview, the sideline interview with Shedeur. But that's not going to save y'all for what's going on and taking place right now on the goddamn field. Deshaun Watson damn near, like G. Bush said, Deshaun Watson damn near has to play the rest of this game, dog. Deshaun Watson has to play the rest of this game because if not, it's going to look crazy. It's going to look like crazy work, bro, if he doesn't. If he looks this bad, bro, he has to at least get a score and drive, bro. At least get a touchdown. I'm not going to lie to y'all. Deshaun Watson damn near has to play the second half, dog. Trade Watson and Judy for a tight end. Damn near. We already got a tight end. We do need a backup tight end. They still interviewing Shedeur Sanders right now on the sideline because it's looking that bad. Why is Shedeur like, you steady asking me questions? Deshaun over there trying to figure out life. Hold on. They took him off the screen, but Chad, I'm not going to lie to you. This is crazy work, bro. This is nasty. The nastiest work, bro. Shedeur last week did more with less. Last week, Shedeur had them same backups. And he had one throw that sent everybody going crazy. They said the locker room is going to side, and you see how they shaking their heads? Yeah. Is this y'all king? My goodness. Last week's trolling is not this week's trolling? Yeah, exactly. This is nasty work by this Cleveland Browns defense. This is nasty work by the Cleveland Browns defense, bro. These boys look horrible. These boys look horrible. They still interviewing Shedeur. Why is she still over here talking to you, bro? She been talking to Shedeur for about 5-10 minutes. Shedeur just trying to watch the game. Look, she's still over here asking this man questions. Dog, just because you show Shedeur, that's not going to make things better, baby. That's not going to stop showing Shedeur. Why are they still talking to this man? Bro, Cleveland right now, bro, not going to lie to y'all. It's looking nasty. It's looking, bro. He said somebody said he left his talent on a massage table. That's wild work, Ian. Ian, that's wild work. That's wild work. Shedeur looked better in both games than he had less. Somebody said it. Somebody. Hey, Jay Riz, let me put the spotlight on you. I appreciate you always going up the chat. Shedeur looked better in both games than he had less. It's chat. I just learned how to do this, so I'm gonna always show y'all chats on the screen now. I'm gonna always show y'all chats on the screen now. So if you got some good context and things like that, I'm gonna always show y'all some love on the screen, man. I got you. They always interviewing Shedeur. I keep telling y'all, God is real. Shedeur will be fine. Hey, real talk. Real talk. Nike cutting checks and commercials for Shedeur right now. They know. If they start watching the most losing game, yeah. If they start watching, they want to lose. Shorty thick. Let Shedeur. Oh, you wild. You wild. Hey, watch out. Watch out, Ian. Watch out. I don't even know. I ain't even never seen it like that. So, Ian, watch out, man. Hey, relax. Shedeur is an algorithm. Yes, that's a fact. Shedeur is a human algorithm. That's how big he is. But they made him big. You know how Shedeur Sanders now is considered a human algorithm? It's because what they did with this. Shedeur was already Shedeur before this. Shedeur was already him before this. But with this, y'all made him international. They made him global. With what they did, this nasty work that they did that draft day, they made them international. This was nasty work. This was the nastiest work the NFL did. That's why we talk the way we talk. All the Shedeur fans, this right here is why we talk the way we talk and we move how we move. Dog, she is still interviewing this man. How come y'all ain't showing the game? Because it's nasty work out there on that field. She been interviewing him for like 10. This is the longest sideline interview I've ever saw in my life. This is the longest sideline interview I've ever saw in my life. And that's because it's nasty work out there with the Cleveland Browns on that field. The nastiest. Wow. Wow. Sharp gonna kill him on nightcap. Don't let Deshaun Watson back out there. Put in. Yeah, they got to put in Dillon Gabriel. That's facts. And they'll have Watson off the books, walking in the rain with my Casio watch up to the heavens. Yeah, man. But chat, this right here is why we talk the way we talking, man. This right here is why we talking the way we talking. But the Bills right now, they smacking the goddamn Browns, bro. Dog, they are still interviewing them. They over here kiki and ha-ha. Chat, they over here kiki and ha-ha. Bro, this is the longest sideline interview I've ever saw in my life. In my life. So is this a sign that Shedeur gonna be QB1? Look, they over there smiling, laughing. We got to talk to him post-game. Hey, chat, that's nasty work the Cleveland media doing right over there. They said, forget about the game. Hey, they go out QB1 right there. She said, we saw it when Deshaun went. She said, we were supposed to interview Deshaun, but we going to come interview you, Shedeur. Shedeur, life is more than the NFL. Facts. They want Watson to start to lose. Yeah, I agree with this take. I'll mind this take that you just put. But with the work that we just saw from Deshaun Watson today and what the fans just did with booing that much, they can't put Deshaun Watson out there, bro. Bro, they cannot put Deshaun Watson out there. Hey, Jay Riz said she trying to get chosen. Hey, she trying to get chosen. You ain't lying, boy. She like, hey, Shedeur. Come on. She like, hey, Shedeur, you know. Dillon Gabriel warming up, chat. That's nasty work for Deshaun. Nasty work for Deshaun. Hey, I appreciate you too, man. Much love, man. Much love, man. I appreciate you. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hey, chat, real quick, make sure y'all hit that like button. All right, we got a lot more to get into because I'm gonna get y'all my post-game analysis as soon as the game is over. But dog, this is crazy. This is crazy. That's crazy, bro. This is crazy work. That reporter was talking crap about too last year. She was. But you know they always come back around. Yeah, God is real, bro. God is real. Let's hear what G. Bush got to say about all this, though. I ain't going to lie to y'all. Let's hear what G. Bush got to say. Hey, G, we need you to come into to the front of the congregation, man. Because this is crazy out here. Oh, my goodness. My bad, chat. What are we doing?
Like Shane Buechele doing this. Look at this. So when you...
Hey, look at G. G had the same reaction I had.
Time for the saxophone. Rodney Dinkins.
Crazy work.
Have to ask if Shedeur was playing like this, then what? People be going crazy. Stephon Wilson, I'm confused. Did Sanders look like Tom Brady last game when he was with this unit?
Man. Damn near he did. He looked better than Deshaun.
he definitely threw a crazy deep ball. Like
Facts. And with pressure.
This was what Dillon Gabriel was warming up.
Yeah, Dillon Gabriel warming up. We just talked about it, G.
Dillon Gabriel is warming up. Let me get the final stats of this. 28 yards, 1 touchdown. That's not Josh Allen. That's Kyle Allen. Shane Buechele, 5 of 10, 111 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Shedeur Sanders, 9 of 11, 74 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception.
And a sack.
Deshaun Watson, 5 of 12, 35 yards, 1 pick, 14.6.
Now look at Shedeur. Shedeur over there telling Deshaun it's going to be all right. Oh, man, it already went off. Shedeur over there sitting with Deshaun, man, saying it's going to be all right. You know, it's my job. You know, you put up a good fight, though, Deshaun. But with them booing, it's a lot of stuff that happened in just this game, chat. Chat, this game was probably one of the most craziest preseason games that I've ever saw. Let's see if Dillon Gabriel can bring the Browns back. He's entering with 6 minutes to go. Goddamn left in the game. Look at Shedeur and Deshaun talking. Yeah, dog. Yeah, dog. Nasty work. I want to see who's going to start next week. I want to see what the talk and the conversation going to be this week. I want to see who Todd Monken names as a quarterback this week. Chat. He said, we ain't booing Dillon. Florio needs a job because he's on point. Yeah, but I think the wide receiver room too crowded, though. I believe the wide receivers for y'all going to be Jerry Jeudy, Casey Concepcion, Denzel Boston, Wallace, Larverdin, and then maybe Flourier so he can play special teams. But they also got Corley. They also, like, this year, it's going to be hard, bro. The Cleveland Browns, y'all wide receiver, y'all got a lot of wide receivers. They just have a false start. Dillon Gabriel gets in, and what do you do the first time? They can't get out of their own way. This is some Cleveland Brown-ish right here. This is some Cleveland Brown-ish, chat. Look at Todd Monken. Todd Monken, like, what the? I want to hear this post-game speech. Look at Deshaun. Deshaun at least smiling, man. I'm happy Deshaun ain't let all that stuff get to him because he ain't concerned. He like, shit, I'm already 200 meals up. So Deshaun, like, I got 200 M's from y'all. I'm good. Deshaun, like, I'm going to be on another team next year, and I'm going to get another shot at the goddamn NFL. But look at him over there chilling. I'm happy they sit next to each other, though. I'm happy actually, like, Deshaun and Shedeur, they actually got a good relationship, bro. With Shedeur being the young quarterback last year and Deshaun not playing the whole season last year, I think that really built their relationship and that bond to where this quarterback competition didn't really do anything to their relationship because they were just battling each other and getting better every single day. They knew at least one of them eventually had to start, right? But now it's 2nd and 20 for Dillon Gabriel. You got a screen pass probably coming up. Either a run or a screen pass. Like, they just running the ball. They like, yeah, let's just get the hell up out of here. Todd Monken like, yeah, let's just go. Todd Monken like, yeah, let's just go. But god dang. Dillon Gabriel got to impress for his chick on TikTok. Trade Jeudy, keep Floria. Yeah, but they ain't going to trade Jeudy. I don't think – nobody going to want Jerry Jeudy, bro. Nobody going to want him. Like, let's be real. Let's be real, man. Let's be real. Let's be real. Real quick, Dillon Gabriel, 3rd and 20. What was it, a false start? No. 3rd and 25 now. Todd Monken, when he gets to that podium, when Todd Monken gets to the podium, he going to be so pissed. Ever since that interception happened, chat, it's been downhill from this since the beginning of the game. Wow. And now they got to run the ball for sure. And that's exactly what they did, chat. 3rd and goddamn 25 because of multiple false starts. Hey, look at Deshaun and Shedeur over there laughing, kiki and ha-ha. I love that they still got a good rapport and a good relationship, man. Todd Monken finna be pissed at that podium after the game, though, Chad. I ain't gonna cap to you. Todd Monken, like, are you serious? Todd Monken about to be sick after the game. Chad. This nasty work out here, Chad. Chad, this game was nasty work today. He said, don't worry, DG about to make a 45-yard completion. Yeah, all right.
Jimmy Kane says, I just watched it again. Man, I'm telling you, the receiver put it up in the air. It looked a little behind, but catchable. I think that's the least of our concerns right now, Jimmy. Jimmy, we got some other issues. The issues is they trying to make a decision on Monday. And
my bad, chat.
This decision is very hard to do, man.
Goddamn, my bad, Chad.
If you take a look at it and how people gonna break this down.
Hold on, my bad, Chad. I usually don't. That was just so random. I'm sorry, I just clapped like that.
Deshaun Watson, when he played against the Chicago Bears, they played against the 2s and 3s. He had Denzel Boston, Isaiah Bond, Casey Concepcion, Spencer Fano, the entire starting offensive line.
And did.
Harold Fanning Jr.
And did.
Quinshon Judkins played the first series. When Shedeur got in, he played with the same dudes that Deshaun played with today. And he moved the ball. Then you come back today, you say there's no Fano, there's no Harold Fanning Jr., there's no Casey Concepcion, there's no Jerry Jeudy played in the first. Jerry Jeudy didn't play in this game. None of the first team offense.
None of them, right?
We have got the point
And
where literally
no Quinshon
anybody,
Judkins.
though they fully
YouTube. All right, chat. I promise you, I'm not gonna lie. I'm literally about to buy that premium right now. Because if I get another ad, bro, I might have to really go pull up on somebody. Whoever running YouTube, I might have to pull up on you, dog.
None of those guys played.
I might have to pull up on you.
No first team running backs. Nobody played. Then Deshaun Watson gets in the game, and you got that. Under what pretenses? Let me just keep it a buck. Under what and then, by the way, you take a look at the almighty tracker, and as fraudulent it is, he has the most interceptions out of anybody. How can you? I don't know, bro. I take a look at what you did against, and by the way, remember that we talked about, they were saying that with Shedeur's check down. Remember I told you? Nah, bro. They knew who they was talking to.
They did.
What we see? He had a nice throw over the middle. Then put on top of it the uncomfortableness. Watson looked like, bro, like these folks really booing me still. He looked uncomfortable out there, bro. Visibly uncomfortable. He looked more comfortable on the road than he do in his own stadium.
Man, facts.
I don't know I don't know how they're gonna move with it. I don't know how they're going. I don't know. I do not understand how they plan on selling this one. Somebody gonna have to do something. I don't understand how they're gonna sell this thing. Somebody tell me what they talking about on Twitter. Trade Jerry Jeudy for a dozen donuts and a 4-pack of toilet paper. Lord of the drip. If we can get it, I think he might be gone. But we ain't get the 4-pack. We only get the 2-pack. Here you go. And here he go.
And they ain't lying, G.
Whew. Texas Pride. Yep, Deshaun Watson and Green will be playing next game. We got to see who's going to be 2 second string. G. Yeah. They caught Boston's face on that sideline to end with Deshaun Watson's second drive when he threw to the dirt. No bueno. Let's go 2. What they going to say now? Alfonso XYZ. They can't name Deshaun the starter after this game, right?
No way they can.
Monday gonna be, but 2 has speeding tickets. Monday gonna be, but you saw the way 2 was clowning with Aditi. He was having too much fun in the interview. Somebody give me something here, bro. Was that a touchdown by Shedeur? Just asking Grossy. Jonathan McGriff.
He said, was that a touchdown by Shedeur? Just asking Grossy. Now, that's hilarious. Hey, the booze tracker is in full effect. Dillon Gabriel, 0 booze. Shedeur Sanders, 0 booze. And goddamn Deshaun Watson with 4 booze on the day. Goddamn. Chat. All right, I don't like the boos. Like, if I'm being honest, I hate the fact that they booed him. And this is whoever created this. You kind of you petty as heck for this. I'm not gonna lie to you. Whoever created this is wrong. Chat, this is wrong. Chat. All right, this is wrong. This is not right. This is not fair. All right, it's not right. It's not. It's not fair. All right. Shouldn't have been any boos. But it was some. So I just wanted to show y'all the boo tracker for the day. But still, Cleveland, y'all, like, come on, have some class, man. Have some class, bro. Shedeur played with the same players last week. So what they talking about? Shedeur played with those same players that Deshaun played with last week. But the Cleveland Brown fans, the fact that y'all still booed Deshaun, like, that's still messed up, though. Like, all jokes aside, I know I was just showing that just to be funny, but, like, that's still a horrible look, bro. He said this thing is cooked. Yeah, what's up, Lady PC? Lady PC in the building. Let's drop a bomb for Lady PC. What's up, Lady PC? She said, what's up, chat? Lady PC in the building. This thing is cooked. He said this thing is cooked, my boy.
Somebody gonna have to figure something out here, bro.
This is crazy work.
Because why would they run defense is trash 2 weeks in a row? Media, nothing. We ain't got run defense like that. We gonna have to outshoot somebody. We gonna have to win shootouts. Ain't no way D4 can start. Ain't no way. Me and mine, bro.
Bro, they might still try to start him, though. Don't say ain't no way. He might still start. Don't say ain't no way.
Larry's, can they trade Judy for some cornerback depth? The backup secondary? No, they can't.
Nobody gonna take Judy.
It's not possible.
Judy is not going anywhere, bro. Nobody's gonna take Judy, bro. Nobody's gonna take Judy, bro.
And I'm dead serious too. I'm afraid not.
Nobody's taking Judy.
Do-Rag Dev, what up? Shedeur had 70 yards in 1/2 within with the threes last week. If Watson has to play a full second half just to save face, says a lot more to me, bro. Listen, man. I still can't believe they played him in the 3rd quarter. I can't believe it. The strategist, I can't believe it.
That's a fact.
That's
a nasty look, bro.
Listen, this is because you're gonna tell me about how you need to move the ball up and down the field and getting in that, bro. You played him listen. Everybody knows that went to practice. We saw this. We like, yo, keep it safe with the ones and keep it moving. Come out with the script. When he ran into the locker room, I said, oh, they're gonna play him. I can't believe they're playing him.
Mm-hmm.
Royce Bedinas, I'm so tired of the negative media rigging ish up in the name of the tracker. Name 2, the quarterback 1, and let's go. New Cleveland. See, let me just tell y'all something. Y'all seeing, this is the problem that you have with a lot of people.
Get your take
when
on
I
it.
was going to, now mind you, when I was going to practice and I was going to tell you, this is, I don't see what people are seeing. I'm like, bro, like, this is not, you saying that this dude is blowing Shedeur out of the water? Pointing to what? Then the tracker didn't matter. Then picks didn't matter. Then it became processing. But last year it was running backwards. Oh, he's not getting in and out of the huddle. They don't trust him. I'm like, bro.
Talk to him,
oh,
G.
he's not with the, bro, listen. Now you see it on full display. And this is why games count. This is why we play the football games. Because you all get an opportunity to watch it front row and center. Not through what somebody is seeing, not through somebody's biased eyes, not through nothing. You get to see full front row and center what happens in the game. And now you can evaluate. So now those people, they got roughly, y'all got about 2 days to figure out what y'all gonna say. Mind you, half of the people that's talking don't be at practice. So let them figure something out.
Man.
But don't let them off the hook. Because remember what we said. It's not about whether or not, oh, it's Shedeur, but it's this. If it's close, you already know what type of time we on. If it's close and the young dude is moving, what are we talking about? What are we doing? So now I need you to come up, and if you wasted all your time trolling, this is the problem. They wasted all their time trolling, arguing back and forth with Shedeur Sanders supporters. They forgot to realize to report on what was going on right in front of your face. Now people going to ask you, what were you looking at?
Talk to him, G.
Can't ask me what I was looking at because I was at practice. And I told you what I was looking at. And I told you this idea that somebody was blowing somebody out is ridiculous. The same.
Hey, Mary Kay ain't gonna know what to say. Mary Kay, after today, the final stats, the Browns had 109 total pass yards. Chat, these are final stats from today. Final stats from today. Y'all see it? I'm gonna put it on the screen. Shedeur Sanders, though, he came out cooking. The game is now over, chat. They're showing you the highlights. Our guy, too, was out there. It looked like he left-handed, but he really right-handed. It's just the way I'm holding the computer, chat. You'll be all right. They like, you know you finna start, right? They like, you know that boy, Deshaun Watson going out there was nasty work, right, Shedeur? Right? He like, hey, Shedeur, I don't know what I ain't playing with you like that. But SO2, I got two. What's the grade y'all giving Shedeur for the day, y'all? Chat, what's the grade y'all giving Shedeur for the day, and what's the grade you giving Deshaun? Chat, what's the grade you giving Shedeur for the day, and what's the grade you giving Deshaun Watson for the day? All right, we finna get into our post-game analysis. I'm going to let G. Bush finish up what he was saying, and then we're going to get to our post-game analysis. All right, the Cleveland media, Mount Rushmore, is calling off next week. This ain't even a hard decision at this point. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. Browns lose their second preseason game. Shedeur Sanders today with that opening drive going to say a lot. I'm going to show y'all. We going to stay here. We going to stay on. So chat, hit that like button. While you in here, hit that like button for me. Hit that subscribe button if you like it. Let me know y'all grades, though, for the quarterbacks. Shedeur Sanders gets an A. You put your grade on. Y'all drop y'all grades. I'm going to show you on the screen. Drop your grades. I'll put you on the screen. All right, drop your grades. Drop your grades. Drop the grades. I'm going to show you love. All right, drop your grades, Lady PC. Shedeur gets a B. All right, drop your grades. Drop your grades. Deshaun, she said, Deshaun, next. Hi, Mary Kay. This is your brother, Lord of Alamo. A minus. A- for Shedeur because he was balling with the same kids Deshaun struggles with. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Who else? A, Shedeur and A. Okay. I see a lot of A's in the chat for Shedeur. Keep on dropping y'all grades, man. What we giving Shedeur? A+, A+. Giving Shedeur. All right, another A+, A+. Listen, I can predict the narrative. All right, what's the narrative going to be for next week, y'all? What's the narrative going to be for next week? This is bad. GM Aaron G. Berry got to go find a depth chart for the draft next year instead of a QB. Yeah. See, that's the best case scenario because you see, like, chat, if we're being honest, if we're having a real conversation, today was proof. I'm going to continue to show the grades here in a second. But today was proof that the Browns just don't have enough depth, chat. Today was proof the Browns, they just don't have enough depth. They need twos. They need to build around that core. Their best case scenario is that Shedeur goes out there this year and he can develop, he can get better, and he can ball. But they just, if Deshaun Watson, the way he looked today, if they still put that man out there next week, that's going to be a bad look. That's going to be a bad, bad, bad look, man. Horrible goddamn look. Horrible look. All right, we're going to stay here until the post game comes. All right, we're going to stay here, okay, until it's time. We're going to stay here until it's time for the post game press conference with the Browns. All right, until Todd Monken comes on, because I want to hear Todd Monken's thoughts after the game. We're going to show that entire post-game interview with Todd Monken. We're going to show Deshaun Watson's post-game interview. We're going to show Shedeur Sanders' post-game interview. All right, we're going to show them all. But today, if it showed anything, the glaring thing today, Chad, if I'm being honest with you, the Cleveland Browns, they need more. They got to build around Shedeur Sanders. They got to build that team. They got to build more players to have behind Carson Schwarzenegger, behind Williams, behind, Denzel Ward. They need more depth because that backups today looked horrible. You can clearly see the Bills, their backups today, they play well, right? And it wasn't no comparison. They got more depth. They're a Super Bowl contending team. From top to bottom, if somebody goes down, somebody can easily step in. But the Browns, they don't have that right now. So if you're thinking and you're looking at it for the Browns, the best case scenario for the Browns right now is at the end of the day that Shedeur Sanders is good. He at least wins them 9 or 10 games this year. And if Shedeur Sanders can do that, then next year there's hope for him. Next year there's hope because you can build around him. Instead of using that first round draft pick on a pick, instead of using that pick, them 2 first round draft picks, instead of using them on a quarterback and then potentially trying to grab something else, using to build around the team. Using to maybe get another stud defensive lineman, get a stud linebacker. Next year is going to be a quarterback-heavy draft, which is good. Hopefully, a lot of teams, that's bad, they take the quarterbacks off the draft board early. So that way, somebody good can fall to the Cleveland Browns. Got 2 first-round draft picks next year, and you got to use them to build this team, man. Because them 2s and them 3s looked horrible. The 2s and the 3s looked horrible, chat. This is bad for Andrew Berry to go find depth next year instead of a QB. Yeah, I agree. Next grade, B+ for Shedeur, A+ for Shedeur Sanders, A+. SO to the chat, man. I'm seeing a lot of Shedeur A+. All right. The pick he threw still hit his receiver in the hands. Hey, that's an A+. Yeah. Yeah. Son. All right. Shedeur Sanders, B. Deshaun Watson, D. Okay. Who else? Next. A- for Shedeur, C- for Deshaun. All right, good. J Riz, what you got for me? Rizzle, 59. Shedeur, B+. Deshaun, D for Deshaun. God damn. God damn. Y'all doing Deshaun bad in the chat, but he did look bad, though. We're going to get into some highlights in the second, chat. Shedeur, A-, Deshaun Watson, E for effort. He said Deshaun Watson, E for effort. God dang. Oh, my God. E for effort, F for performance. We got to show that twice. S on to Anthony, man. That's hilarious. This is Shedeur Vincent Young. All right. Hi, Shedeur. This is Vincent Young. I grade you A. Okay. Good. I'm seeing a lot of Shedeur A, Deshaun trash. Oh, my goodness. Chat, y'all wild today. Chat, y'all wilding today, man. Y'all wilding, man. Chat, y'all wilding. The narrative from being hating on Cleveland media, it has all went downhill after Shedeur threw that interception. I'm taking bets. Yeah. The narrative going to be, yeah. It all went downhill for the Cleveland Browns after Shedeur threw that interception. But who was the interception on? Whose fault was it? But that's going to be the narrative. I agree, Cat. I agree. Shedeur Sanders, B. Deshaun Watson, D. Okay. Why is they spamming? All right, I'm going to get that spam. I'm going to get I got to get some moderators. If you want to be a moderator, put that in the chat too, and I might make you a moderator because we got to get some of these spams when we stream, and we got to get them out of here. Today was the first day we was dealing with that, but I don't really like it. All right, hold on. We got to show both. All right, B+ for Shedeur, D for Deshaun, O for the D is damn. All right, what's the box score? All right, y'all want to get to the box score? All right, while we're going through the chat, I'll show the box score on the screen. All right. While we're going through the chat, I'm going to show the box score on the screen. All right. As we're going through it, I'm going to show y'all the box score. All right. As we're going through it, I'm going to put the box score on the screen. Hold on, chat. Hold on. Hold on, chat. Give me 2 seconds. We're going to get back to the grades. But I ain't going to lie, chat. That's nasty work, man. Nasty work, man. Nasty work from Deshaun Watson. And damn near the whole, like as a whole, the Cleveland Browns did not look good today, besides Shedeur. Shedeur was the only bright spot in Cleveland for the Cleveland Browns today. All right, I'm going to show y'all the whole thing, though. All right. I would just show you the quarterbacks, but here's a full box score. All right, so that way y'all see it. I'm going to leave this on the screen as I'm talking and showing the chats. All right. I'm going to leave this on the screen for y'all. All right, but let's show some more chats. Here's a box score from today's game, so that way you can see it. All right. Shedeur Sanders goes 9 for 11, 74 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 1 sack, 87 QB rating. All right. Deshaun Watson goes 5 for 12, 36 yards, interception, 14.6 QB rating. Dillon Gabriel had 1 pass attempt, 0 for 1. They didn't even let that boy Dillon throw the ball. Deshaun Watson is calling the crisis hotline after the game. Shedeur Sanders gets a B for being blessed. A SO to him. Shedeur Sanders, A- for Shedeur. A- for Shedeur. I like it. A, he outplayed Deshaun Watson. Yeah, he did. Barry needs to knock out 2 for drafts. Yeah. I agree. Shedeur, QB, Taylor Green, QB2, Deshaun, retirement. Oh, my goodness. Lady PC, what we doing? You bogus for that, Lady PC. Come on, man. She said retirement for my guy, Deshaun. Oh, man, that was wild. Shedeur is definitely QB1. I agree. All right, let's continue to roll through the chat. Y'all are blowing up the chats right now. All right, hold on. Let me catch up. But y'all see the box score right there. All right, you see the box score. Right there. They need to invest everything in 2 instead of winning some games this year. Yeah. They need to invest everything in 2 if they have any chance of winning games this year. That's a fact. Somebody said Kenny Pickett over Watson. You is wild. Watson will be off the books, so they will be able to sign better free agents next year. Yeah, Jay Riz, that's a hell of a point. Yeah. Hello, my name is If. Proposition. If you had named Shedeur the initial starter, you would have had more time to focus on the team. Yeah. Watson makes millions of dollars a week next year. Best robbery in history. We got an A for my guy Dillon. Hey, continue to drop y'all. We showing the chat some love. All right, we hitting the chat right now. All right, showing the chat some love. Monkin with the chest mate. Oh. Hey, hold on. Ivy League Mac. Ooh. Hold on. Hey, chat, hold on. We got to get into that one. Chat, we got to get into that one. He just made a hell of a point. Hold on, chat. Before we get into some more some of y'all grades, let me pull this back up. Did Monkin just hit the checkmate move for Haslam? Hey, Ivy League Mac, what I'm finna say to piggyback off of that, you said it, so I'm gonna give you the credit. You said it, so I'm gonna give you the credit. Monken with the chest move on Jimmy Haslam. The reason why I believe you say that, Ivy Mac, because Deshaun kept on mentioning, even when he wasn't trying to. Even when he wasn't trying to, he kept on mentioning the front office. It's whatever the front office wants to do and whatever Todd Monken wants, right? But the chess move that Todd Monken just did was, hey, we let Deshaun go first. I put Deshaun in the best situation. And he did all right. Well, after he had that sack fumble, it went downhill from there, right? Then this week, did the same thing. Kept the competition going. The QB battle is alive and well. But listen, who did he throw out there today? It was Shedeur's chance. Who he throw out there the second half? Deshaun still played in the second half. Who looked better? With less. Because even Shedeur had less this week, and he still looked better than Deshaun Watson. But it's a chess move by Todd Monken, because today throwing Deshaun out there with the same guys that Shedeur played with them same guys last week and looked still good. Deshaun Watson played with them same guys this week that Shedeur played with against Chicago last week. And Deshaun Watson was out there looking like what, chat? Deshaun Watson was out there looking like what, chat? Chat, do I got to roll the clips? Chat, Deshaun Watson, when that boy got out there, chat, when he got out there, that boy was out the door. Definitely ain't do this, Deshaun. I ain't gonna lie to you. Deshaun. Chat, I ain't trying to be petty, man. I ain't trying to be petty, chat. Chat, I ain't trying to be petty, man. I ain't trying to be petty. But Todd Monken, within this quarterback battle, it's been fair. It has been fair up to this point. It's been fair up to this point. Up to this point, the quarterback battle has been fair, chat. It has been fair. It has been fair. Because, chat, now I want to talk about some things. All right? Now I want to talk about some things. Because it's a chess move from Todd Monken. Because at the end of the day, they both, at this point, have taken the test. They both, at this point, have taken the test, chat. And Shedeur Sanders proved to have looked better. He proved that I looked better. So Haslam, now y'all can't throw. The reason why it's a chess move by Todd Monken, because now y'all can't throw Deshaun Watson out there next week after how bad he just looked. As much as you want to see that return on your investment, Jimmy Haslam, you won't. Because Todd Monken just said, no, I'm rolling with the younger guy. I'm rolling with 2. And I hope that's true. I hope that's true. Monken let Haslam watch Deshaun die on the field like watching your kids embarrassed in public. Y'all both make a great point. Ivy Mac, you said it. Ian, you came and backed it up. I love my chat, baby. Hey, I love y'all boys. Y'all be taking the words right out of my mouth, man. Because it's true. Because now they can't throw Deshaun out there. Even when you hearing the boos. Dog. Hey, you welcome for the box score, Cap. You know I got you. We all knew that was going to happen if they threw him out there. Yeah, we did. Watson's performance was horrible. He did not look like he belonged on a practice squad, much less in a preseason game against 3s and 4s. He looked like ish. And Shedeur at least looked presentable with them same guys last week. Facts. I hope so. It's just with Cleveland this year, you never know. Yeah. 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 He said, I just got my Sander. I need Monken to tighten up. Yeah. Deshaun Watson can't make throws. Watson looked like it's worth effort. In my lifetime, I've seen bad QB play. The Browns picked it. Oh, man. Hey, this is tough. This is tough. That was a tough take right there. But goodness gracious, y'all. Hey, y'all. Jerry Judas. Because that boy is on the chopping block. Oh, y'all hilarious. Oh, y'all hilarious. Y'all hilarious. But hey, chat, y'all made some hell of a good points. We're going to get into the film here in a second, but I want to hear and I want to let y'all listen to what G. Bush had to say. All right, because I think G. Bush brought up some good points. But hold on, chat. The press conference is now out. All right, so before we get back into what G. Bush had to say, we're going to get into the press conference. Todd Monken is now at the podium. So we're going to see what Todd had to say. All right, we're going to get back into the chats. We're going to get back to G. Bush. We will get back into watching some film. I showed y'all a few clips of Deshaun Watson. We're going to get into it. But let's see what Todd had to say. Todd, can you come talk to my people?
Oh, thank you.
Todd, like, hold on, I need to sit, man. Goddamn. He like, what did I just watch?
All right, so proud of the way we started off the game. Second week in a row, I felt like that we started off well, both sides of the ball. Didn't do a great job of finishing our third drive. Ended up with a turnover, a little behind, and certainly could have made the catch. And then we didn't finish at the half, and then it got away from us in the second half. And the bottom line is, it doesn't matter who takes the field for us. It's the expectations of themselves, their names on the back, and the expectations of us as an organization of how we're going to play. And that was not good enough the second half. It never will be. Wasn't good enough last week, the second half. And that's coaching and playing. We're in this together. I love our guys. I love the way we work. But, it leaves a bad taste in your mouth the second half after really a great Thursday and a really good first half in a lot of ways. Guys making plays and throws and converting.
Hold on, chat. We can't. Hold on. We're going to get back to it. Give me 2 seconds, chat. Let me pull this up because I can't give him no free promo. All right. Hold on. Let's get back to Todd Monken, though.
Defense getting stops, but it was the same way in the second half where kind of got away from us, and that can't be us. I mean, that's just the way it is.
How did you think that Shedeur performed in his half of work?
How you think Shedeur did?
There's a lot there to like. He plays with a certain amount of confidence. He has gotten a lot better at getting rid of the ball. Certainly he wants to make a play. And I'll give you an example, like the 1/3 and 13 or 14 we converted, he holds on to the ball and lets the receiver clear. There's going to be other times where that sweet spot is where he's going to have to check it down. But a great job of progressing the red zone touchdown. Certainly.
Hold on, chat. Hey, chat, hold on real quick. I'm not playing no more nothing. Hit that like button. All right, come on now. I'm not showing y'all no more nothing. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. If this is your cup of tea, you got to hit the subscribe button. All right, if you don't, you only here just for the press conference. You only here just because you thought I was going to be showing highlights and stuff. I'm going to get into all that because we still got to get into the highlights. I still got to get into some film review. But intermission for right now. All y'all hit that like button real quick. Don't play. All right, Todd Monken right now is at the podium talking about the game. And then Mary Kay, obviously, you know, she always asks about the quarterbacks. She just asked, how do you think Shedeur did? And this was his response. So in the meantime, chat, please do me a favor. I will play the video here in 2 seconds. Hit that like button, please. It takes 2 seconds. Seriously. Even if you don't subscribe, that's okay. Just hit that like button for me, please. All right, let's get back into it. Todd, finish.
I think he was going to anticipate the tight end was going to break out. The backer was matching it. JT decided to break in a little bit behind. Certainly could have caught it.
See, and that's the thing. That's the thing. Todd Monken's talking about the interception, right? He said that he was potentially going to break out. Listen to it again, because I'm going to give y'all some context.
JT decided to break in, going to break out. Certainly, I think he was going to anticipate the tight end was going to break out. The backer was matching it. JT decided to break in a little bit behind.
So with that, the reason why Todd Monken said he decided to break out on that interception because it was an option route, right, chat? An option route, that means a tight end has a two-way go. He can either go out or he can go right. With a two-way go, chat, you have to understand that potentially this is what's going to happen. With an option route, right, if we're looking back at the interception, just taking a quick intermission, we're going to get right back to what Todd is saying, right? But taking a quick intermission, just in case you don't know too much about football, he had a choice route. With this choice route, and this is why I showed y'all, Kurt Warner even said it. All right, I'm going to show you some context. I'm going to really dive into this interception really quick because Todd brought it up. All right, Kurt Warner even said it. With this option route, right? Understand this. All right, with the option route and with Todd bringing it up, he had the option to break either left or right. So your footwork is going to be a little different with the quarterback. So that might cause you to potentially, like Shedeur did here, that might cause you to throw the ball behind him because he's either going to break out or he's going to break in. Now, listen to me. It's still a goddamn interception. Can't happen. I don't care if we break out, in, up. Shedeur, you still got to put it on him. Not acceptable. But the ball you can see here also was tipped, right? I just want to show you this angle just in case you haven't seen it. You can see the ball was also tipped, right? Obviously, we can't have tipped balls, Shedeur. We can't have interceptions, Shedeur. Not good at all. But Todd Monken said something that was key. He still should have goddamn caught the ball. But this is a choice route. So your feet aren't going to always be in the right position, right? It's a choice route. So your feet can potentially be waiting for him to break out, but he breaks in. So your feet's got to be a little different. So when you toss it, it might be a little offsetting, right? So that's why it's a little bit behind him. You can see it right there. And the ball was actually tipped too, right? But Todd Monken said something key. You catch the ball. If you throw the ball, you got to motherfucking catch it. It hits your hands, you got to catch it. All right, excuse my language, chat. But now giving you even a little bit more context. Another example of a choice route, and this is Kurt Warner, Hall of Famer, Kurt Warner. This is what he had to say about it. All right, this is the same breakdown, right? Now we're really getting into the nitty-gritty, right? Kurt Warner said, another example of a choice route, messing up a QB's feet. See, another example of a choice route, messing up a QB's feet. So he has to try and play catch up and creates a bad throw and a turnover. When you don't define the read for a QB and wide receiver, these things happen. I would rather eliminate a possible big play for consistency and completions, but that's just me, right? So this, once again, this is coming from a Hall of Famer. So you don't have to take my word for it, right? You don't have to take my word for it. You don't have to take Todd Monken's word for it, but we're just explaining, and I'm telling you, the interception was an interception. It happens. Can't fucking happen, Shedeur. But I'm providing context. All right? I'm providing context. So now let's get back to what Todd Monken said about it. Because if you listen to what Todd Monken said, right? Todd Monken, can you repeat yourself one good time for me?
Certainly, I think he was going to anticipate the tight end was going to break out. The backer was matching it. JT decided to break in a little bit behind. Certainly could have caught it. Certainly it would have felt a lot better if we'd have finished off that drive, 2 of the first 3 drives.
You know? So with that being said, chat, now you understand the full context, right? There's a full context for you, right? So now let's hit the whole sequence. All right, I'm not going to spend too much time on this. We're about to move on. We're going to continue to get to the rest of the interview, right? But looking back at this interception, right? Just looking back at it. Take a look at it. Once again, it's exactly how I'm telling you. The ball's tipped. Who cares? Can't have a tipped ball, Shedeur. All right, get the ball up. Ball hit the wide receiver hands. Can't have the ball hit your hands and not catch it. Can't do that by the tight end. Once again, this tight end, all right, just giving you some more context. Dog, he's not even on the depth chart. If that's Harold Fannin, he's catching it. Tight end's not even on the depth chart, bro. Of course, it didn't help that Shedeur's interception bounced off the hands of a tight end who's not even listed on the top 4 on the Browns depth chart. To be quite honest with you, with the tight end, I don't even know who this boy is. We just got him out the stands. But I'm just not making an excuse. I'm just providing context. Do you understand me, chat? That's all I'm doing. I am just providing context for you. This is not an excuse for Shedeur Sanders. Regardless, the tight end got to catch the ball. Shedeur got to put the ball on him. But I'm just giving you the reasons why. Once again, going all the way back through it. Another example of a choice route. I just told you. Todd Monken even said it. He can either go left or he can go right. It's a choice route, right? Another example of a choice route messing up a QB's feet. So he has to try to play catch up and creates a bad throw and turnover. When you don't define the read or the QB things, I would rather, so there you go. All right. So that's just a little context for you. Not making an excuse for Shedeur, but if you don't know anything about football, I just wanted to tell you that. Okay. So now let's move on. All right. The interception was an interception. All right. It happened. It happens. All right. Showing the interception one more time. Ball was tipped. Shedeur should have put it on him. But now, just giving you a little context, it's not always blue and white. It's not always black and white. So when you hear this week, chat, listen to me. I zoomed in for you. Listen to me. When you hear this week, all them talking about, the ball was behind them. This is that. Blah, 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 blah. No. They don't know ish about football because they never watched film in their life. They don't. So let me tell you, the interception should never happen. Shedeur should have put it on him. But now you know a little bit more about football. Now you know the choice route. Now you hear and you saw, not only from Todd Monken, but you see this is a Hall of Famer, Kurt Warner. Right? Now you understand the real behind this interception. All right? It happens. Now let's move the hell on. I just wanted to show y'all that. All right? Just provide a little context. All right, chat? So that way, hey, if it happens, it happens. All right? So let's continue.
To break in a little bit behind. So the backer was matching it. He was going to anticipate the tight end was going to break out. The backer was matching it. JT decided to break in a little bit behind. Certainly could have caught it.
Certainly could have caught it. Certainly could have caught it. As a wide receiver since Pee Wee. I played tight end growing up before I started playing quarterback. And then Pop Warner, they tell you, as a wide receiver, the ball hit your hands, you got to catch it. The ball hit his goddamn hands, chat. But neither here nor there. The play's already over. There's your context. Let's move on. All right?
Certainly it would have felt a lot better if we'd have finished off that drive, 2 of the first 3 drives. So I thought he did a lot of really good things. I mean, I'm really proud of him and where he's come from. From the moment I got here till now, very impressive things. I mean, I'm really proud of him and where he's come from.
He's really proud of him and where he's come from because Todd Monken knows last year he got no coaching, chat. This year, Shedeur Sanders is actually being developed. Y'all got to understand this too. If Shedeur Sanders, bro, imagine if he got all the first team reps. Imagine if he wasn't even in this QB battle with Deshaun Watson and he was just given the reins, right? Because now, since I got some of y'all attention, chat, if you've been with me, if you've been following me, let me give you just a little bit more of a context, right? Imagine if Shedeur Sanders, he got traded to the Cleveland Browns, right? Kevin Stefanski, all that stuff happened last year, right? But imagine this. Imagine if Shedeur Sanders, if he got the same runway and he didn't have to share reps with Deshaun Watson in this quarterback battle, and he didn't have to share reps with a Dillon Gabriel, if he didn't have to share reps with some of these other wide receivers. And imagine in a world, right? Listen to me. Imagine if there was a world, excuse me. Imagine if there was a world, chat, where potentially Shedeur Sanders, he got the same runway as a Cam Ward, and he didn't have to share reps. And he can get all the first-team reps. Imagine how much further. Because he's already got this much better. It's already been substantial amount of growth. But imagine if he didn't have to share reps, if they just would just believe in the kid and just give him the keys. Just let him be a franchise quarterback. Build around him. Give him at least 2-3 years to develop and continue to grow. Give him all the reps like they gave Cam Ward. Right? Because Cam Ward, he was drafted first, right? But Shedeur Sanders, I mean, he was rated the same. Just saying. But imagine if he was Cam Ward. Or in Cam, not if he was Cam Ward. Imagine if he was in Cam Ward's situation. Now imagine this. Imagine if he was in Jackson Dart's situation. But you follow me, chat? Now imagine this. Imagine if he was in Tyler Shuck's situation. Interesting, right, chat? That's kind of interesting, ain't it, chat? I'm just saying, I'm going to always bring this up, chat. So if you've been with me, you understand I'm always continuing to bring this up. But all these quarterbacks, Cam Ward, getting all the first-team reps, ain't sharing no reps with nobody. Jackson Dart, getting all the first-team reps, ain't sharing reps with nobody. Tyler Shuck, getting all the first-team reps, ain't sharing reps with nobody. And Shedeur Sanders, I mean, he wasn't potentially being evaluated the potential to be a backup. They didn't say he can develop into a starter. They said will eventually be a plus starter. So that means you will eventually be a hell of a goddamn player in the league. So what they talking about? But imagine if Shedeur didn't have to split reps, chat. Imagine if Jimmy Haslam actually just gave him the keys instead of continuing to play around with Deshaun Watson when he's only played 5 games and 19. He's only played 19 games in 5 years. 19 games in 5 years. Imagine if they already said, Deshaun, we know what you are. We appreciate you being a veteran backup. We appreciate you being a veteran backup. I'm sorry, but you're not in this QB competition because we're working for the future. We have 2 first-round picks next year. Which we have to decide what we have to do with, right? We have to decide if we are going to go get a quarterback. We have to decide if we're going to just build around this young team and this young core. So, Deshaun, I'm sorry, but you're just going to be our veteran backup. So imagine how much further. If Shedeur Sanders has already come this far, Todd Monkey, you said it. If Shedeur Sanders has already come this far, right? Imagine how much further he would be if he didn't have to share no goddamn reps. Just think about that, chat. If he got the runway, last time I'm saying this, if he got the runway like Cam did, and he's far better than Cam, it was proven in the head-to-head matchup last year. Yes, Cam, they won. That's what matters in the NFL, getting a win. But imagine if he got the runway like these boys. If he's already come so far, imagine how much better he would fucking be right now. And if he got developed last year and got all the first-team reps last year. Instead of Kevin Stefanski playing around with Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett. Fuck out. What are we talking about? But I just want to plant the seed in your head, chat. Just want to plant the seed. Just wanted to plant the seed. But imagine if that was the world we lived in, where they actually believed in a kid and gave him the full runway like they're giving all these other cats who not even on his level. But I'll rest my case. Todd, go ahead.
2 of the first 3 drives. So I thought he did a lot of really good things. I mean, I'm really proud of him and where he's come from the moment I got here till now. Very impressive.
Todd, we saw that you said on the pregame show about you felt probably early next week a decision for who the starter will be for the season. Do you still believe that's the timeline you're going for that decision? Well,
at some point I'm gonna have to decide, right? I mean, at some point, I'm saying it kind of jokingly, like at some point we got to get that guy the reps. So I'm not going to pay myself into a corner. You guys know, I mean, optimally, you'd like to have given a player all of the reps, right? And you know who the one is. And we've done it as best we could as a staff, trying to work through this, right? I like at any position. And this is just one part of it, just like Thursday was. And we'll watch the tape tomorrow because all I got a chance to do was watch it like you guys did. And I was looking at the surfaces and everybody had a hand in it. And I already know looking at it and watching at it, we had too many issues with us that had nothing to do with them. Now we're playing some guys that just got with us, but alignment, assignment, communication, things that, Browns hurting Browns, really. And you're not going to have a chance when you do that. You're just not. I mean, just get lined up. And then at the end, it's like, really? I mean, you talk about shitty football. I mean, I don't care who goes out there, right? I mean, if I could have taken a knee, I probably would have. I mean, what the shit? I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Doesn't matter. We work on cadence and operation, and we're going to continue to do it because you can't be leading offense and you're leading cadence. And in the first half, we did. We had a shot. I mean, we got him to jump off sides. We really wanted to take a shot, and we jumped. We had another time we could have tapped. We got him in the neutral zone, and that's one thing Shedeur is going to get better at. We got a chance on 3rd and 12 to take a shot. He's got to see the flag down. We checked it down, but then we didn't convert on 3rd and 8. But we were in the first half damn good on cadence. But that there at the end.
But that's the thing, chat. Exactly what Todd Monken is saying right now. If Shedeur would have got all them reps from the get-go, if y'all would just stop playing in our face and saying that he's competing with Deshaun Watson, who's had 2 Achilles surgeries, a shoulder surgery, ain't played in 2 years. Last time he played, he went 1-6 in 2024. He's only played 19 games in 5 years. Todd, I know you're doing it because Jimmy telling you to do it, Todd. Today you made a chess move, Todd, and I hope it's true. But imagine exactly what you're saying. You get a false start. Your quarterback is as a veteran quarterback in the league. Tom Brady has done it millions of times. Aaron Rodgers has done it millions of times. When you get him to jump off sides, you still throw that thing up because potentially you can get still a play in. But that would come if he had more reps. Yes, you've done a great job splitting them up, but I ain't talking about splitting no reps. Give him the keys. Yeah, I know what he can do. We know what he can do. We ain't blind. A blind man can see it. You're proving my point. What are we playing for?
I mean, it's not good enough.
So do you need another week to name a quarterback?
Again, I'll wait till we see it tomorrow. Again, I'm going to just wait till then. Till I get a chance to watch the tape, talk to the staff.
Todd, how would you assess, you have 3 punters here in camp. How would you assess the way that's going?
Well, again, I think we got Corey. We've got a couple other guys we've been looking at, and there's nothing like playing in these games. I don't care if it's a punter. I don't care what position it is. It's different. It's different. It just is. That's why everybody said, well, when's the quarterback got to go? When the other one's got to go? That's all part of it. You can go and practice with somebody, but when you get out there and you got to stack.
Is this your car insurance premium? This?
Hold on. They talking about car insurance premium, chat. Hold on, chat. But y'all saying some, hey, chat, I'm going to put y'all comments on the screen as Todd Monken is talking. All right, but I'm going to rewind it back just a second. All right, but y'all are making some good points, though, chat. Y'all making some good points. All right, y'all making some good points. All right, let's get Todd Monken. Can you come back and talk in front of the congregation, please? My bad, chat. My bad. But, we ain't paying nobody no free money around here. Oh, my bad. That's on me.
In these games, I don't care if it's a punter. I don't care what position it is. It's different. It's different. It just is. That's why everybody said, well, when's the quarterback got to go? When the other one's got to go? That's all part of it. You can go and practice with somebody, but when you get out there and you got to stack plays and you got to work through the ebb and flow of a game, there's a lot to that.
And you said it right. You got to work through the ebbs and flows of the game. What happened? What was the ebbs and flows of today, chat? The game started. The Bills came out, had 1 possession, rain delay, pause. Then they came out, boop, 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 touchdown. Then Shedeur had to come out there after they just had a delay. The opposing team just scored a touchdown, and you put together an 11-play drive that goes on for 7-8+ minutes, and then you cap it off with a goddamn touchdown, the counter their 7 points that they just put up. And then you proceed, not the drive after that, but another drive. So your first 2-3 drives, you drive them all the way down the field. And on that drive, if that interception doesn't happen, and he's at that time when the interception happens, my guy's 8 for 8 with a touchdown and he's cooking. Yeah, the ebbs and flows of the game. You're right, Todd. The ebbs and flows of the game, but who managed the ebbs and flows of the game? Who still cooked? Who still had an 11-play drive? That's a goddamn NFL quarterback for you. And we ain't had no KC Concepcion today. We ain't had no, I wouldn't say Jerry Jeudy, but we ain't even had Jerry Jeudy. We ain't had no Fano. We ain't have our starting offensive line. We ain't had no Junkins. We ain't have no Fannin. Can I keep talking? And we still operated. Deshaun had all them boys last week. And he only put up 10 points. Great job. But we did more with less 2 weeks in a row. Talk to me nice. I'm not trying to hit nothing y'all talking about, man.
There really is. And so it's the same with the punters. Kick the hell out of it in practice, and then when you go on the field, right? I mean, that's just the way it is.
I know Shedeur's at the podium right now, y'all. All right, I know Shedeur's at the podium, but I want to finish listening to Todd Monken. If you want to go watch Shedeur at the podium, go ahead, watch him at the podium. We're going to finish Todd Monken, then we're going to get to the Shedeur. All right. I know Shedeur's at the podium. We're going to get you Shedeur. All right, but I want to continue to finish with Todd Monken, then we're going to get you Shedeur. So be patient, y'all.
We're assessing them like we are every position to try and get the best 53 we can. That's what we owe our team and our fans and our organization.
Deshaun Watson, how do you feel like Deshaun Watson handled his opportunities today, and what did you think of his pick and whatnot?
Well, I was disappointed for us collectively.
Ooh, how do you feel about Deshaun Watson today? How do you think he did? Well, I was disappointed. Don't sugarcoat it, Todd. You said it right the first time. Now watch him try to sweeten it up. Nah, you said exactly what you said. You were disappointed, wasn't you? Last week, Shedeur had them same guys, and he at least managed a few drives before we had that dumb interception. But it happens. It slipped.
That we didn't play well offensively. I'll just put it that way. We were in get back on track a bunch. Again, that happened in the first game. When you're behind the chains, you can't. It's hard. It's just hard. You don't force the defense into certain looks, put us behind the chains. I'll have to wait to see the tape. I am proud, again, like I said, of the way he's worked to get where he's at. And that's part of it, right? I know you asked him like, hey, how's it feel to get booed? I mean, it's a pretty easy question. It sucks. I don't want to get booed. It comes with the territory.
Yeah.
You don't want to get booed? Let's play good football.
Facts. You want to get booed? Play good football. Play good football. Play good football.
Play good quarterback. Let's play good on offense. Let's play good as a team. And then you don't have to worry about all that because it can turn just like that. Thanks. Win, play good football, and everybody will be fine. That's just part of it. I mean, so I told him, you good? We're good. Part of what we do.
What did you see on the interception that he threw? A little high to gauge there?
Well, there was a window there for him to get it there. He was probably a little late seeing it.
He was late.
So by the time he got to it, I think he rushed a little bit with the backside safety. It's again hard because we haven't advanced the technology enough to where we get the full video. We have to look at pictures. You guys got me to vent there a little bit, but for God's sakes. So from what I can see, but he certainly could have checked it down. Certainly at that point, once he got rushed, just worked to check it down. We would have been able to catch it and puncture.
Todd, Mike Hall working at the defensive end, kind of a two-part. One, any update on Alex and how that, obviously those two have to be sort of related. And just what did you see? How much have you guys been planned on working him there prior to what happened to Alex?
Well, first off, I don't have any more information on Alex, but Mike Hall is an explosive player and loves playing football. And so
I appreciate
we're always trying to see how we get our best 4D linemen on the field. So that is a way for us to look at Mike on the edge because he's powerful. He can dip. He can get underneath tackles. And he's relentless. So and he's worked awfully hard to get back to where he's at. So I just think that it was a good idea by our defensive staff to get him there. And again, I can't speak to it. He only played the first quarter, and I'll have to watch the tape and see. But he's fun to watch as a player.
Do you have to obviously make a decision so you can decide who's going to start the dress rehearsal game by Thursday, or does that not necessarily?
I'm really not there yet. That wasn't our best foot forward here, the last 4 hours. So I got to see the film before I say anything, because right now, that's not fun. That's not fun to come off the field, play like that. It's not the time for me to really go anywhere with any personnel, with where I'm at now, because I'm frustrated. The way we ended that in the second half, that can't be us. So it is what it is. I don't care who takes the field. You represent the Browns. You represent yourself, and that's not good enough, coaching or playing.
Set the goddamn standard, Todd, because that losing ish ain't going to be acceptable at all. I'm glad you said that, because that losing ish is not going to be acceptable at all. Facts.
You're concerned that you might be without Alex for an extended period or even a season?
Just couldn't help it, could you? No, exactly. I get it. No, I don't know yet with Alex. We'll know a lot more when we get through the weekend.
Would you expect whoever you pick as your starter, whoever gets?
They asking Todd all these starter questions. Todd gonna go off on him, boy, before this over. Shedeur's interview. Don't worry, we're gonna get to Shedeur here in 2 seconds. All right, I got his already pulled up. We're gonna get to Shedeur here in 2 seconds, but we're gonna continue to finish with Todd. But I knew they was gonna ask all these quarterback questions. That's why I'm playing it for you, chat. Because when I cut this clip down and I put it out there, I want to provide the whole context of what I'm saying. I always like to provide the context of what I'm saying. I always would rather y'all hear from the horse's mouth than hear me. I want you to hear from them.
It's all the reps. You would expect improvement.
For sure. And there has been. And had we not done this with either quarterback, right? I really am jacked at the way we did it. Some other people might not see it that way.
Hey,
but
Ian, you wild, bro.
In order to make an educated decision on both players, we needed to see them both practice and play. And that's just part of it. I usually try as best I can to tell the truth. And it's not the easiest or the most ideal, but it gives us at least the best opportunity to see who we think gives us, when we go to Jacksonville, the best chance to win and score points, because ultimately that's what matters. And there's been some really good moments with both of them. It really has in the first half of both games. And there's been some others that haven't been as good. And there hasn't been. We can do it better as coaches and at playing around them.
You always talked about the players in the field will kind of decide, who starts, especially at that position. Do you feel that, given how you talked about both of them and the growth they've shown, do you feel that they've made that a tougher decision for you than maybe you thought early on?
No, I would not put it that way. It's a great question. I would not say they've made it tougher. To me, I don't think this is tough. I mean, we look at the film, we look at what we do schematically, we decide, do we like what we're doing? Does it fit who we have? And then we work like hell to fix it. And that's what we do with all of our players, right? That's why we gave both of them opportunities. And everybody had a chance to compete. Dillon's had reps, maybe not the same, but that's what you do. I mean, we're here. I mean, it's, the building of the Cleveland Browns, right? That's what we do. So getting both of those guys reps was the best way I thought we could go about it. I still believe that.
And you see, was the best way we can go about it? Was the decision is made. We just don't know it yet. But chat, not gonna lie to you. If they try to throw Deshaun out there, They say Deshaun starting next. If they say Deshaun starting, chat. Woo! I know they not at this point, but to be quite actually, I can't even say that because I don't know. I don't know. He knows though. He knows. He knows.
But we're at a point now where it's like, hey, we're gonna have to decide and get them the reps. And we all know that the more reps you get, you're gonna improve. So you're exactly right. I mean, at some point you have to say, this is where we're going. This is where we're starting. Shouldn't say it's where we're starting, right? And then we'll see where we go from there.
You see what he said? He just gave it away, chat. This is where we going. We going to the goddamn future. So clear the path. You're a new head coach. You got a young, good quarterback who you're developing, who looks good. He looks the part. He's actually playing the part. Shedeur looked good today. He had him jump off sides multiple times. We haven't even got to the film yet, chat. We haven't even got to the film yet. Go towards the future. Ain't no need to look back. Chat, I've been telling this for the last few days. Chat, tell Jimmy Haslam it's time to stop turning them pages, and it's time to put the goddamn book away. Sorry, Deshaun. It's time to close. Sorry, Deshaun. We got to close the book on you, my guy. Deshaun, the book is closed. He said, we're looking at where we're going. He said it, not me. He said it, chat.
We'll only really know when we get our ones, right? The guys that are going to be playing in the game and collectively work together. We just really got our whole line back together, right? And get our skill guys out there and then really see where we're at. We're really not going to know that till we go up against Jacksonville. We got a little taste of that against the Bills ones, right? Sure, they were missing some guys. So were we, but we were okay. So we just got to keep. We'll come back Monday. We'll go to work. We'll go to work on Tuesday. Figure out who's going to play Thursday, and that's all we can do. Keep fighting.
How you been handling the
Ian, you wild, bro.
situation? Just seems.
Oh, hey, Ian, you wild for this one, bro. Hold on, we had to take a pause. Hey, we going to boo you too, monkey. Tighten up. Hey, Chad, I ain't gonna lie to you. Hey, Chad, we holding up the goddamn wrist, baby. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. Because all that mess that they was talking, I want to hit a propaganda this week. I want to hear what they going to be saying this week, chat. I want to hear the propaganda that's going to be being spilled this week. Because we slapped them boys up today. Somebody said it. But Ian, you funny because Todd do got to tighten up. Todd, tell Jimmy, you hired me for a reason. I know you went to Deshaun Watson's wedding. I know you really like Deshaun, but he ain't goddamn starting. He gonna be sitting right over here next to me, holding the clipboard. Goddamn wrist up, baby. My bad, chat. We finna get to Shedeur. I know y'all want to get to Shedeur. I'm sorry. We're gonna get to Shedeur. Stay with me, chat. I'm sorry. I ain't gonna pause no more.
It's weird, right? It seems like he's in the college transfer portal. He hadn't practiced, but then I saw him warming up after the rain delay today.
Man, isn't this shit crazy? I mean, I don't even know what to say. I mean, as far as I know, he's had a medical issue that wasn't allowing him to practice. That's a medical, issue. It's nothing to do with me, and then, and then he was cleared. So we dressed him just in case we had to have him. But when you don't rep, it's hard to put him on the field. JT was out there, so we didn't want to get Blake hurt. And he's only been with us a week. And we had a number of things where Browns hurt Browns, and which to the naked eye you won't see. But we had a number of things that way when you're putting in guys that haven't really been there. And some of that's true. And some of it, isn't good enough from us as coaches once they go out there. But I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, I wondered why Lane Kiffin reached out a week ago. Now I know. I mean, shit, I didn't know. Now I know. I didn't call him back. Now I guess I should have. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Hey, chat, we got a lot out of that interview. We got a lot out of that interview. All right, chat, all right, Deshaun up first and then Shedeur. All right, we're going to hear from Deshaun, chat. We're gonna hear from Deshaun, and then we gotta. Can we save the Shedeur for last? Chat, can we hold up? Can we save Shedeur last? Chat, is that okay? Chat, can we save Shedeur for last? All right. Can we save Shedeur for last? Deshaun up next, chat. All right, Deshaun about to be up next. We finna hear from Deshaun goddamn Watson. Hear how he felt about his performance, and let's see how he felt about losing this competition. Or at least I think so.
I don't know. I got hit, so I was asking. Didn't get completions and execute. I think that's the biggest thing.
Didn't get completions or execute. Didn't get completions or execute. I would agree.
The interception.
The swag, hey, Deshaun be flea though. That $200 million, Deshaun. I see what you spending on, my guy. You do be fresh. That don't help you on the field though.
No, I got hit, so I was asking guys on the sideline what happened. So I haven't even seen the play actually, so I'm not even sure.
And then that last fourth down, did it get tipped?
Yeah, it got tipped.
Obviously, we had talked to you about before the game, like how you might respond to whatever the crowd reaction was. Obviously, there was some boos out there. Just what was your kind of reaction in the moment?
Facts.
Man, I didn't have no reaction. I think the biggest thing is, I think you guys know too, and I think the whole world knows. It has nothing to do about the performance. It's a little bit personal than that. So I think that's it's a disrespectful thing. And
he's talking about the Bulls. He's talking about the Bulls. It's a lot more personal than that. And now, Chad, I want to get serious. I want to just get serious for 2 seconds. So Cleveland Brown fans, please stop doing that ish, man. Because that's the thing. If Shedeur, if he happens to get in there, and then God forbid something happens, yeah, we gonna need goddamn Deshaun. All that booing ish is not it, bro. It's not. But Deshaun said it's definitely a lot more personal. They booed you when you goddamn tore your Achilles, when you had a season-ending injury, when your career could have been over. Not every athlete. Athletes do come back from Achilles injuries, yes, but not every athlete in the history has ever. It was once upon a time when you had an Achilles injury, that was the end of your career in any sport. So let's keep it a buck now. That's not a good look, bro. I love the Cleveland Brown fans, but dog, booing this man, that's Bush League, bro. That's horrible. That says more about the fan base than it does about him.
yeah, I mean, I'm gonna keep whatever I feel with me and my family internally on how I feel about that. And yeah, just move on.
But don't you think, Deshaun, that winning and playing better would eliminate some of that booing?
Bro, they booed him before he even took a snap. They booed him when he was running on the field. Cut it out. Now they look how, hey, Chad, look how, hey, they see the writing on the wall now, Chad. Chad, they see the writing on the wall now. Now look how they flipped the script right on him. I thought y'all just wanted this man to be the starter. Y'all been saying he's going to be the starter all week. Oh, the competition's done. The competition's done. Oh. Boy, boy.
Last time I played on this field, I tore my Achilles. And that same fan base, they cheered when I got hurt. So does that have to do with, what does it have to do with anything about performance? When a person get hurt, especially for your own city, and they cheer.
Didn't that make you regret coming here?
Nah,
because I don't got shit to do with me. I came here because I saw a future. I came here because I wanted to change the franchise around. And it didn't work out. But what he just said is a fact, dog. If we going to be serious for 2 seconds, if we going to get serious, bro, dog, that's horrible, bro. If I'm him, bro, if I'm being honest with you, I would never want to play in Cleveland again. I would have told him to trade me before the season started. I'm healthy. Put me on another team. You got to know trade clause in your contract, Deshaun. You could have got up out of there if you really wanted to, but he probably didn't think it was going to be like that bad. But they booed when he tore his Achilles. Dog, these guys, yes, they make a lot of money, dog, but they also, bro, some people from the injuries, like when you get CTE, like Chris Johnson, CJ2K, who got ALS, dog, these dudes, if we having a serious conversation, these dudes, they put their bodies on the line each and every day. I stopped playing because I had multiple surgeries and my body couldn't hold up anymore. Dog, these dudes, dog, they human just like us. That's not cool, bro. That's not cool at all how they did this, man. Yes, he doesn't have it anymore. We understand that. Yes, he's not like that anymore. But it's more, to be quite honest with you, it's damn in the front office and it's these boys playing in our goddamn face. Because if you would have just put Shedeur in there and said he was the quarterback of the future and gave him the free one way, this shit wouldn't even be happening. Because then it's a backup. When he comes in, they probably would have forgot all about it because Shedeur been playing and balling if he ever had to come into a game. And then he probably would have been traded going into next season anyway because the contract expires after the year. So really, it's the goddamn Cleveland Browns' fault for the way they handling this goddamn situation. That shit's horrible, man. As a former player, dog, you don't know blood, sweat, and tears put into this for them. They make millions of dollars, yes, but they still humans, bro. So he probably don't regret it, but deep down, he probably like, man, why did I do it? He ain't going to say he'll regret it, but that's going to be a decision that he's going to think about for the rest of his life because before he came to Cleveland, he was one of him. He was one-on-one. He was him. And that's undeniable.
Does any of that make you regret coming here?
No, I don't regret anything in my life. You know, I think the Lord put me through situations for a reason, so I don't regret anything at all.
But that's the thing too. For them actions that you had, Deshaun, for them actions that you had, that's how life worked. I ain't trying to bring up old stuff, that massage stuff and all that, but that's how God worked. You got blessed on one hand with the $200 million setting you up for generations to come, but this is the other side of it when you make certain decisions. I ain't saying who's wrong or right, but I'm going to call a spade a spade. Life is full circle like that, and what goes around always comes back around. Understand that. So watch the decisions you make. But I still don't give the right to people to boo this man.
But, you know, I had different thoughts on how it was going to be, but, you know, it is what it is. You know, sometimes, you know, the tables turn, and I'm patient enough because I'm a child of God to, you know, wait for that time to change. So I'm not tripping on it.
How about the quarterback competition? Do you feel like just your whole body of work, how do you feel like you have presented yourself in terms of trying to win this thing?
I don't know. I mean, I think that's just gonna, you know, that's gonna be Coach Monken's decision. So, you know, I just continue to just try to win a day each and every day. And
now you say Coach Monken. He ain't say the front office this time, chat, because he see the writing on the wall, potentially. Because he still could be named the starter. We gonna see.
And like I mentioned before, the organization, Jimmy D, AB, and Monk, Coach Monken is going to make that decision for the organization.
Do you feel like you've won the job?
I don't know. I don't even put myself. I don't even get my hopes up, honestly. I mean, yeah, I think I've done a good job to be able to lead this team and be a starter in this league. But again, you know, I don't know how other people's feelings internally. You know, I haven't talked to Coach Monk about that or anybody else. So again, you know, I'm just kind of open with you guys on how this thing's going to play out. You know, I just take it one day at a time, and, you know, whenever that time comes, it comes.
Todd said he doesn't know when he's going to make it, but he wants to get somebody in place so they can start getting all the reps with the ones. And I know we've talked about it before, but how valuable would that be to be the guy and then moving forward, get all those ones?
Yeah, I think it's very valuable for whoever the position goes to. I mean, you gotta build that trust, you gotta build that rhythm, you gotta know how, you know, guys operate, and not just for the quarterback, but I think for the whole team, for the whole offense, for the offensive line, being able to hear one cadence, one voice, walking in a huddle, being able to know like how this person operate, how this person, you know, when things break down, you know, how this quarterback is going to operate. So, yeah, I think it's going to be helpful for not just the quarterbacks, but I think just for the whole offense and the whole team.
Good. Yeah. I think it will be goddamn helpful too to goddamn name a starter. It's about time.
I was going to ask real quick, Deshaun, do you feel like, you know, if you are named the starter, do you feel like some of those feelings that you talked about before, you know, will dissipate and that you can develop a really nice relationship with Browns fans and that you can put that stuff in the rearview mirror, or
Mary Kay,
will you
look
always
at
carry
Mary
some
Kay.
of that
Look
with
at
you?
Mary Kay trying to
What's
be
your
the
feeling on that?
bridge between the fan base and Deshaun.
I don't know. I mean, the only time I feel that energy is when I'm in the stadium or it's on social media. Like I mentioned before, when I'm in public, no one's mentioned anything. So I think that's the only time those people that's holding it in is trying to, disrupt the energy. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a social media, players can't respond back. And then in the stadium, players can't respond back. So I get it. I understand it, so it is what it is.
I'm going to say two more.
Quarterback
job is tough enough. Can you defeat that negativity?
I don't know. It's a mental battle every day. I feel like I get more love on road games than I do home games. So if it is my spot and he does make me the name, maybe it's 17 away games then. I don't know.
What about the fact that you guys do have your first 2 are on the road, your first 6 of 9 are on the road? If you win the job, might that work in your favor?
Again, I'm not sure. I don't know. I thought being away for 2 years and working myself back from 2 Achilles injuries and putting the time in and, being around the facility, being around the city, doing charity work in the city, supporting the Cleveland Browns, hanging out with fans whenever I do see them, being honest, being, the type of person that I know I am and the character would help. And I guess it haven't. So that's why I say it's personal. So, it is what it is. People have their own opinions. I can't do, there's only so much you can do to change that. So at the end of the day, I just have to continue to just work on it and strive to be better mentally moving forward.
Well, you see, this is the first time, real quick, chat, real quick. This is the first time, dog. This is the first time Deshaun Watson has really opened up about all this. Yes, he had no other choice but to open up about this because obviously today was the first game that he was back, and it was the first game where he actually had fans in the stadium and fans like that booing him. So it was the first time that he really had to really address it like head on. So to be quite honest with you, with his first time addressing it, you can tell, nah, it's really, it's personal. It's personal. But I appreciate his responses. He's being honest. At the end of the day, he's been away for 2 years. At the end of the day, he's really rehabilitated himself. He came back from 2 Achilles tears, dog. That's fucking unheard of. Excuse my French. And he's, like he said, he's been in the community. He's done certain things. So he would have thought, damn, okay, maybe they, yeah, dog, that's messed up, Cleveland. Yeah, that's messed up, dog. I don't feel bad for him, but at the same time, Cleveland, y'all got to be better, bro. Because he does make a hell of a point.
That's the last one. You talked a lot about your mental health is something that you're really proud of despite all the backlash. What, in dark moments like maybe today or in the past, what have you kind of leaned on to help you not fall into like a dark hole or something?
Yeah, I mean, it's not so much of like today wasn't really a dark hole. It was just kind of, it wasn't something that I didn't expect. I was just kind of neutral with it, but I just lean on my mom, and ultimately I lean on my wife. That's my biggest person of peace that I have. So, you might catch me during the games, during certain situations, looking up to her in the suite and just making sure, like, as long as she's there, I'll be good. I'm gonna get through it. So, she's been there the whole time, through my situations, the last 5 years. So, she's the best person in the world that I can, lean on and that have that support. But I say my wife and my mom for sure.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Damn. I ain't gonna lie, chat. That damn near. That just messed up the whole vibe, man. But I appreciate that though. I appreciate his honesty, and then I appreciate his realness. But now let's turn back up, chat, because you know what time it is. Hold up the goddamn wrist, chat. Hey, chat, now it's time to go ahead and turn back up, baby. Hey, chat, you know who coming up next. Hey, chat, you know why we say the best for last. Hey, chat, hey. Hey, hold up the wrist, chat. Hey, Deshaun, I shed a few tears for you, big dog. I shed a few tears for you, Deshaun. But nah, it's holding. Hey. It be like that. It be like that. Hey, It be like that. It be like that. It be like that. But hey, y'all see that boy too.
How comfortable did you feel out there today, especially on those couple of really early drives?
Soft.
I would say I feel the same how I feel every day.
I mean, to start 8 for 8, get that touchdown to Luke, did you feel like you were able to find a rhythm pretty quickly?
No, like I feel like that every day. I'm being honest. Like just because I went 8 for 8, like I don't really keep track of that, you know, in my mind. It's just like I get to that place every day, you know, in practice. So it's just like translates.
What were you most proud of?
See, and now Shedeur like, hold on. See, Shedeur came on smiling. He like, hold on, let me remember where I'm at. Shedeur like, hold on, let me remember y'all the same ones. Let me remember where I'm at. Boy, this Cleveland media, bro, we got to get some of them boys fired. Hey, chat, we might have to start a petition to get everybody up out of Cleveland media because it starts with Cleveland media, bro. It starts with Cleveland media. If we're going back to really real quick for 2 seconds, I'm going to let Shedeur finish. But if we're really thinking about it, the reason why all this negativity and all this stuff is still always like this is because of Cleveland media, bro, and what they push, period, in the organization and how they handle things. But anyway, still holding up the wrist. But Shedeur, keep on handling them how you handle them.
Of being able to build on from the first preseason game into your performance in this first half?
I would say to get the first completion. I would say that was the biggest difference. And then it was just rolling. That's it. And then operating within the huddle and play clock and everything, just being on time. Not letting the play clock get too low to where it could be, you know, a little hazard. But I was just operating, just being in control. That's it.
Hey, real quick, I do want to address that. You make a good point. All right. He said if I was Deshaun Watson, I would just retire. You got $230 million. You 30 years old in good health. But that's the thing, that competitive edge, man. Once you stop playing, you can never go back. Never go back. And if I'm Deshaun, I want to end on a high note. I want to ride off into the sunset on a high note. I don't want to be forced out. But the fact that he did come back from 2 Achilles injuries, the fact that he did still play in a couple NFL games, even though it's preseason, that says a lot. But I don't know if I'm him. Yeah, I got $200 million, but as the competitive juices in me, shoot, I don't know. But he's still been trash for the last 5 years. So still, it'd be like that. Yeah, I make a good point. But I just feel bad for him because it's like, dog, they still shouldn't be booing this man. That's all.
Shedeur, Todd said how impressed he was by you, not just today, but just since the start of the off-season program. So can you look back on how you improved from then until now?
How I improved every aspect of my life. I'll say I improved, you know, at least my relationship with God, you know, to be able to come up here every day and talk to everybody, regardless of opinions, you know, of how people, what they say online and all this different type of stuff. Even those that sitting in front of me today, I still approach y'all and greet y'all with kindness because God gave me that.
Hold on. Repeat what you said, Shedeur. Repeat what you said, Shedeur. Listen again to what this young man just said. Listen again to what Shedeur said, because I don't want it to go over y'all heads. This is for the people in the back. This is for the people all the way in the back. Listen to what he just said again. But dang, y'all killing Deshaun, man. Let Deshaun leave, man. It's better to be forced out and not broke. Yeah. Let Deshaun live. All right, no more Deshaun slander in the chat. He said, I'll boo Deshaun to his face. Y'all wild, man. But listen, real quick, chat. Listen to what Shedeur just said, because I don't want him to go over y'all heads.
Back on how you improved from then until now.
How I improved every aspect of my life. I'll say I improved, you know, at least my relationship with God, you know, to be able to come up here every day and talk to everybody, regardless of opinions, you know.
That's facts, because we know how y'all feel about us.
How people, what they say online and all this different type of stuff. even those that sitting in front of me today.
Call a spade a spade. Call a spade a spade. Call a spade a spade. Because we know y'all don't rock with us. Shedeur, boy, you a smooth criminal, boy. You a smooth criminal, my guy.
Still approach y'all and greet y'all with kindness, because God gave me that. God gave me the wisdom to be able to not be emotionally fazed by individuals and people, because I'm here for a bigger purpose.
I'm sorry, I appreciate that. But but as a football player, how you improved?
I mean, I'll say football is an aspect of my life, but I'm God sent, honestly. And that's me being a football player.
Sure, on that, I think it was a 4th down play to Blake where you stood in the pocket. Todd mentioned.
I love how he handles them, bro. Because it's like, Shedeur, I'm going to go out here. Shedeur, I'm going to still do me. And I love that, baby. I love that fact that I'm going to still do me. But I know which side y'all on. You just stay over there. Don't play in my face, because I ain't going for it. I love it.
Mentioned you being comfortable waiting for him to come open. What did you see on that play, and then also the touchdown to Luke in the back of the end zone?
I would say we had a play that we could have gotten to another play, and I liked the look because it was 2 different: front side of zone, back side of man. And we talk about decisions and talk about, okay, if you may not get in the perfect place, so don't try to get too perfect, but just go with your gut and go with how you feel. And I stick with the play, and I went through the progressions, and I kind of know how things are going to play out sometimes. So I was able to find comfort in that, because I know my guys are going to be on the field. And I like pressure situations. I like 2-minute drill. I like all these different aspects that you would love your quarterback to be in. That's what makes me as a person. I grew up with pressure, so I like those moments. That's when I feel the best. Even thinking about the 2-minute drill, even in practice, I remember we had the same 2-minute last time we played the Bills, and we wasn't really successful, but they got me once then. I couldn't let that same thing happen for the second time. So it's they did great in their scheme and everything whenever we played them the first time last year, and everything they did. But I just feel like when it comes to being able to move the ball and everything, I'm the guy that likes to move the ball and like to put the ball in the air.
With a lightning delay like we had today, what did you do while you were just kind of waiting to get back out there?
I was just talking to God. I was just talking to God, honestly. That's all I was doing, because it can get frustrating sometimes when you're ready and it's just not time yet, but God gave me the wisdom to be able to just regardless, whenever it's time to go out there and just be you. So I think about that in every aspect of life. If it's something that you want and, it's not on your time, and when you want things to happen, it's on God's time when it's supposed to happen, so that's what I live by, and that's what I think of. So I'm patient with everything in life because nothing's really on my time.
Shedeur, we just talked to Deshaun, and, he's upset about the fans and the booing, and you just talked about being mentally tough. In that situation, when you're going against a guy that you're competing against, who's also your teammate, knowing that you have that mental stability, to come alongside of him, how is that? How did you do that with Deshaun today, or did you do that?
Yeah, I mean, well, in general, I don't appreciate that at all. Just regardless, competition, we all human beings. And I think we all need to understand that, in this room too. We are humans. So it's
exactly.
I don't really do things to humans I wouldn't really want done to me, and I don't really like making people feel uncomfortable in different spaces. And that's why even sometimes daily things I do, I try to, make sure everybody comfortable, because a lot of things, just even how I am as a person, sometimes can make people uncomfortable, So, I mean, I'm obviously aware of that, and just for all the fans and everything, like, we appreciate y'all showing up and everything. And however y'all feel about the situation, about with Deshaun and about everything, like, still, I think it's more about a bigger purpose of just respect. It's just a respect thing that I feel like should be there, because we all out there trying to do our best and trying to serve the franchise the best way possible. We going out there to win games. We're doing everything we can do. So, I don't really appreciate that.
I guess off of that, how has your relationship with Deshaun kind of evolved from last year to this year and through this the competition you guys have kind of been in throughout camp?
I would say over time it's definitely like everybody's more comfortable. I would say last year I was more trying to like figure out what I have to do in each and every day, just to continue everything, to be in the right mental space overall. I would say that's where I was at last year, but this year I've been able to get comfortable, be able to talk to all my teammates like a lot more and be able to be myself. So that's why when you say it's 4th and short and I feel comfortable out there, that's because I'm myself again. So being able to have those relationships with everybody in the quarterback room is extremely important. And that's what even what the coaches said whenever they first got there. Like, this quarterback room and everybody got to be a unit, got to be a team, regardless of who's going out there. Because you would want the same type of respect, if you was going out there. So, our motto is really treat everyone how you want to be treated, honestly. And, not really playing to the games, the online games, and all the different type of stuff.
Shedeur, I know you've talked about, throughout this training camp, just controlling what you can control while you guys wait on a quarterback decision. So I guess after starting today, if a decision comes in the next couple of days or whenever it comes, how do you feel about the job you've done in doing that?
I think I wake up and feel the same, honestly. I think if you do things based off the situation you're in, and it's like you're not really doing everything to your max, you're not giving your all. Like, I don't just want to be the starter. Now I got to lock in a little more. Like, that's what I told everybody in pregame. And I don't know if they'll put the pregame, but I said to them because it had a little language in there. It had a little bit in there. So I don't know. But I told them, like, we did everything, so it's no point of being nervous. There's no point of feeling any different type of way. We put in the work. We do everything that we could do. And I don't live with regrets. So anything that I've done, like, that's just who I am. Like, I don't really live with regrets or anything.
And that's how it should be, young man.
I don't know. I sleep better at night knowing I do everything I can. And
I do too.
However things fall, it falls.
Good. Make sure.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Shedeur.
Man, chat, and there you have it. There you have it. So we heard from Todd Monken, and potentially he kind of gave us a heads up on potentially what he going, decide to do. But we still gonna have to wait and see. But to sum up the day, all right, to go ahead and wrap this whole thing up and put a nice little bow for you. All right, if we're looking at the quarterbacks and we're just talking about today, the Cleveland Browns today, they lost. All right, they lost 31-7. All right. Shedeur Sanders went 9 for 11, had, I think, 4 drives, or did he get 5? Maybe he had 4 or 5 drives. All right, he went 9 for 11, 74 yards, 6.7 yards average, 1 TD, 1 interception, and a sack. All right, Deshaun Watson went 5 for 12, 36 yards, 3 yards average per play, and 1 interception. And then Dillon Gabriel, he played. But, yeah, so that's a box score. And then, of course, looking back at one of the highlights from today from Shedeur Sanders, this was one of his touchdowns today. We showed this earlier. We talked about it earlier. And the one thing that I can appreciate, he got these boys set. He got these boys in the proper play. But the highlight of this play is this goddamn offensive line. I'm I'm going to drop a bomb for the goddamn offensive line real quick as man. Look at that protection. Look, boy. My mama can probably sit back there and throw that ball like that. Not realistically, but if we're looking at it, chat, if we're taking a peek at it, if we're squinting at it, boy, look at that offensive line. Hell of a goddamn play. Hell of a throw by Shedeur to zip it in there. Wide open wide receiver. Boy, because if Florio wasn't open, he was going to hit that boy Isaiah Bond. But he saw Flourier. But Isaiah Bond, he probably would have broke open. That would have been a nice little third too. Isaiah Bond, like, damn, he like, at least he caught it. But Isaiah Bond probably would have been the next guy to go and get that if he didn't see Flourier. But it's good that he saw him. Nice little touchdown. Great little pocket. All right, this is the highlight of the day, though. Nice little touchdown pass from Shedeur Sanders. All right, nice offensive line play. The next highlight that I got from you from Shedeur Sanders that I really liked and enjoyed, all right, offensive line. Once again, the twos offensive line. Today, you know what the Buffalo Bills did? They dropped everybody back in coverage. They did not. They saw what Shedeur Sanders, when they blitzed this boy during practice the other day, they saw how he ate him up. So they did not blitz him today. So that's why Shedeur Sanders, on a few occasions, he had nice, clean pockets like this, and they dropped everybody back in coverage. But even with them dropping everybody back in coverage, and this was look, chat, 3rd and 15. This was my second favorite play of the day. All right, looking into it. 3rd and 15. 3rd and 15. Shedeur came through and did his big one. Did his big one. 3rd and 15. That boy Flourier trying to make the squad, chat. That boy Flourier trying to make the squad, chat. That might be a little Wes Welker over there. Or a little Edelman. We might got us a little Wes Welker or a little Edelman. Hold on. Hey, hold on. This is giving me a little resemblance of my Patriots. Let me cut it out, though. But that boy Flourier, that boy, 7-11, that boy get open, man. Look at the offensive line. Holding up. Shedeur, 3rd and 15, moving the chains. Dog, 3rd and 15. 3rd and 15, not easy to convert that. So this is my second favorite play of Shedeur Sanders earlier today. All right, I'm only going to get into a few plays. So, chat, I ain't going to lie. I got a few things I got to do tonight, and I've been on here for a while. All right, we're streaming for about almost 4-5 hours because of the delay. So we're going to end on a few. I got one more clip after this one to show you, and then we're going to end on that. But 3rd and 15, man, nice ball, good patience. Him sitting in a pocket, nice pocket, going through his progressions, going through his reads, feeling comfortable, moving the chains. Hell of a goddamn job, Shedeur. Hell of a goddamn job. All right. Hell of a goddamn job, Shedeur Sanders. All right. But actually, to be quite honest with you, chat, I'm just going to show you those two. All right. I'm just going to show you those two. But Andrew Berry. All right. So those are the two highlights from today, chat. I would get into some more film breakdown, but I ain't gonna lie, chat. I got a lot of things I got to do. I got people calling me. That's why I had to mute myself a few times. So I got to go ahead and get up out of here. But the last few things that I want to hit on real quick before we get up out of here, chat, and I really do love you. I really do appreciate you. But the Browns GM showing love to Shedeur Sanders because you saw these are some comments that Andrew Berry had after Shedeur went and played in the first half. You saw Andrew Berry. He went up to the press box. And when Andrew Berry went up to the press box, that boy Andrew Berry had a few things to say. All right, let's look into it. Really pleased with Shedeur. Everybody could see how well he threw the ball. All right. You could see his playmaking. I think the piece in his game where he's grown the most is that maybe goes a little bit to understand his use of the operation and cadence as a weapon, and really pleased with what we saw. Yes, because he made him jump off sides twice. With his cadence and his operation, he made him jump off sides twice. Todd Monken is a perfect coach for Shedeur Sanders, man. Todd Monken has given Shedeur Sanders the reins as far as letting him operate at the line of scrimmage, letting him cook how he's cooking. Before y'all get up out of here, chat, if you're going to get up out of here, because I'm about to get up out of here too, hit that like button on your way out. So if you're getting up out of here, hit that like button on your way out, chat. But these are just some things that I want to highlight because this is key for Shedeur. Andrew Berry, liking what he saw from this guy today, Shedeur. And they talked about, chat, the propaganda. Look how Andrew Berry killed the propaganda. Look how Andrew Berry came and said, y'all better shut the up. Y'all better shut the up. That's what Andrew Berry said. because he said the cadence. They talking about the cadence. Oh, he can't handle the operation. He can't handle the cadence. Well, Andrew Berry said you could see his playmaking ability. I think the piece of his game where he's grown the most is that maybe he goes to a little bit understand the operation and the cadence as a weapon. He's using it as a weapon, Chad, and he even did in a goddamn game. What they gonna say now? Crickets. I thought he couldn't get in and out of the huddle. I thought he couldn't operate this offense. I thought his cadence. Deshaun just has better cadence. Deshaun just has better cadence. Hey, Denzel Boston. How do you feel about Deshaun having better cadence? No. How you feel about Deshaun having better cadence, Denzel? No. Chat, what are they gonna say now? I bet you that propaganda stopped, though. And with the interception, we talked about it. So just hitting on it one more time before we get up out of here, chat, because there's no need to talk about it anymore. I gave you, if you didn't see my proper analysis, go back to 2:05. All right. So if you're just tuning in, go back to around 2 hours and 5 minutes on the stream. So if you're just now tuning in, if you're at this part of the video, either you're watching it live or you're watching it after I shut this off. If you're watching it live or you're watching this after I shut this off, go back to my breakdown at 2 minutes and about 2 minutes, right? When I break this all the way down and I give you the context to this interception. Because this was the worst thing that we did today. And to be quite honest with you, even Todd Monken said, to hit your hands, you got to catch it. So moving on. No need to talk about it. No need to hit on it. But chat, I just want to remind y'all folks, some of the top quarterbacks that were drafted before Shedeur Sanders. I just want to remind y'all. All right? I just want to remind y'all. Never forget. All right? We ain't going to never forget. We won't. I won't. But imagine if we had the runway. Once again, before we get up out of here. Imagine if we had the runway like Cam Ward. Like a Jackson Dart. Like a Jalen Miro. Like a Tyler Shuck. Well, Jalen Miro, he ain't playing no time soon. But like a Tyler Shuck. But Jalen Miro, he ain't playing no time soon. He ain't played, but he drafted round 3, 28th pick. Huh? What? He was drafted before us? This guy? But imagine we had the runway like a Cam Ward. Imagine we had a one-way, once again, like a Jackson Dart. Imagine we get the keys like a Tyler Shuck, supposedly. But just always remember, we're a 5th-round pick, baby. As they say. We're a 5th-round pick. Yeah, all right. Hey, Shedeur, keep that chip on your shoulder, baby. We ain't gonna never forget. Promise you that. I promise you that. Final words from G. Bush before we get up out of here as well.
Same things that we saw today. I saw at practice. Come on.
Hold on. G, what you say?
The same things that we saw today, I saw at practice.
No, you didn't. That's not what they said. Hey, chat. Tell them they're going to have to find somebody else to play with. Gee, you said the same things you saw today you saw in practice? Yeah. Yeah. What they going to say now, chat? That's the question. What they going to say now? What's the propaganda that's going to get spilled? I just want to know. I'm asking for a friend. What are they going to say now? Come on, man. Come on, man. So, at the end of the day, I'm going to wait for the propaganda this week, chat. Because what are they going to say now? Chat, I'm going to wait for the propaganda this week. But I want you to remember this. Todd, you say all these great things. You say this, you say that. Todd Monken, I'm going to need you to stand behind what the hell you say. Period. Todd Monken, I'm going to need you to stand behind what the hell you say. So let's hear from Todd Monken one last time, chat, before we get up out of here.
There's a lot there to like. He plays with a certain amount of confidence. He has gotten a lot better at getting rid of the ball. Certainly he wants to make a play. Like the 1/3 and 13 or 14 we converted, he holds onto the ball and lets the receiver clear. There's going to be other times where that sweet spot is where he's going to have to check it down. But a great job of progressing the red zone touchdown. I'm really proud of him and where he's come from the moment I got here till now. Very impressive. And then at the end, it's like, really? You talk about shitty football. I don't care who goes out there, right? If I could have taken a knee, I probably would have. What the shit? We work on cadence and operation, and we're going to continue to do it because you can't be elite on offense and you're elite at cadence. And in the first half, we did. There's a lot there to like. He plays with a certain amount of confidence. He has gotten a lot better at getting rid of the ball. Certainly he wants to make a play. Like the 1/3 and 13 or 14 we converted, he holds onto the ball and lets the receiver clear. There's going to be other times where that sweet spot is where he's going to have to check it down. But a great job of progressing the red zone touchdown. I'm really proud of him and where he's come from the moment I got here till now. Very impressive. And then at the end, it's like, really? You talk about shitty football. I don't care who goes out there, right? If I could have taken a knee, I probably would have. What the shit? We work on cadence and operation, and we're going to continue to do it because you can't be elite on offense and you're elite at cadence. And in the first half, we did. There's a lot.
What are they going to say now, chat? What are they going to say now? That's all I want to know. What propaganda? They got 2 days, chat. Chat, they got 2 days. They said we couldn't get the operation together. They said this, they said that. They got 2 days to think of some other propaganda to spread this week. Is it going to be the interception? Is it going to be this? Is it going to be that? What will they say this week? Oh, he threw it behind him. He should have never did that. Well, clearly, Deshaun is still going to be the guy. What they going to say now? Regardless, chat, hit that like button on your way out. Please, please, please Hit the subscribe button if this was your cup of tea, if you like what you saw. Chat, I love you. Chat, I appreciate you. I'm sorry I couldn't get to more comments. I'm sorry I kind of stopped showing comments for a second because I had to kind of lock in. Y'all know how I get, chat. But at the end of the day, today was a day, chat. To be quite honest with you, chat, I got a hell of a lot more than what I bargained for today, as far as watching this game with the Cleveland Browns and being here with y'all. Way more than what I bargained for. But hey, we just getting started. It's gonna be a long season, but it's gonna be a rewarding season. And if the Browns know what's good for them, Todd, we heard what you said. Hold up that wrist, Todd. It's only right. Well, regardless, chat, hit that like button, man. Hit that follow button. I love you. I appreciate you. You know how we do. Hey, we're going to come back. Actually, we ain't going to come back tonight because I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I'm behind on schedule, and I got a lot of stuff to do. So tomorrow we will be back with a Nolan Wells update. So if you don't know about the Nolan Wells case, tomorrow we'll be giving you a Nolan Wells update. I will also be reviewing all the NFL preseason games that happen. You know, we're going to be talking about various teams, talking about, you know, how I see them performing as the season progresses and as the season gets closer to actually starting the regular season. All right, we're going to talk about it all. All right, so make sure you tune in for that tomorrow. Nolan Wells update and also sports talk around the league. All right, I appreciate you. I love you. Please, please, please make sure you do me this one favor. Please, chat, make sure you do me this one favor. Please send this to your mama, your daddy, your best friend of another friend, Lil Johnny, Lil Timmy. Don't forget about Lil Susie, too. Lil Susie needs these gems. And don't forget about Lil Josh. Don't forget about Lil Josh. You know he just moved across the street from Lil Susie. Lil Josh needs these gems, too. All right, so send these gems to everybody. All right, to everybody. Don't be selfish. Come on now. Share the wealth. Don't be like that. All right, send these gems to everybody. I love you. I appreciate you. And hey, I'm going to see you soon, baby. But guess what? We out. Deuces. Much love. Chat. Much love.
Hey, we live now, really.